welcome to the stream, everybody. You can see I don't have my normal energy that I usually have. I am exhausted. I've had a heartbreaking weekend, everybody. Thus the title, thus why I'm in just chatting. We're going to have a little story time, because it's story time. Haven't done that in a while. Yes, I had a really rough weekend. Actually, I had a big, rough week, last couple weeks, actually. And we're going to have a little chat about why it's so heartbreaking being a guild leader, everybody. And I've been a guild leader for 20 years. I've had over 1,000 members. And those are not counting the members that were just in and out of the guild very quickly because they'd done something like lied, cheat, stealed, all that kind of stuff that I ended up booting them. Like they would steal from the guild bank, right? They get into guild, they go in, they steal all the stuff out of guild bank. And then I got to boot them. I don't even count those people, everybody. All the members I count were great members who wanted to participate and be part of the team. Now, over the weekend, everybody, I had to do something really heartbreaking. I had to not only remove an officer, but then remove that person from the guild itself. And then I had to go, of course, to this. See, what people don't see behind the scenes is your guild leader is spending a lot of time doing things like getting things organized, getting people excited to play the game. You're saying, hey, everybody be on Discord so you can interact with other members. You know, all of those things that take up hundreds of hours in your month or so. And then also I'm working with other officers and getting their feedback and ideas and whatnot. Now, the person I had to boot, her name is Lady, and she was an incredibly great officer and great member. But what happens sometimes is people get obsessed with loot. And I feel this is the main issue that has to do with our loyalty virtues. We are based on 3 virtues. Maybe I should back up to that. We're based on 3 virtues: honor, loyalty, respect, right? So honor, don't lie, cheat, steal, grab other people's stuff, don't manipulate them, don't do trades like they go buy in the auction hall for 100 gold but you sold it for them for 2,000 gold, right? Stuff like that I've had to boot people from the guild before. The other one is, of course, loyalty, which I'll get to in a second, and respect. Be respectful of other people. Treat them with respect. Don't be, bad-mouthing them, talking bad about them behind their back. That kind of thing, that'll get you booted as well. Be respectful of other people in the community. Even if they're not respectful to you, you know, what they do is on them, and what you do is on you. And there's sometimes that you have to make a judgment call, that you have to make it from right here, everybody. You got to make it from within your heart. You've got to be strong enough to make the tough decisions. And this was a tough decision for me as well. Now let's go ahead and back up a little bit, and I'll also tell you about my weekend and my Valentine's Day, which was pretty crappy. But let's back up a bit. Let's go into the backup machine. So what happened back in November, and happens every single year, everybody, and that is where people got real life things to do during December and January, right? So people have, they got to go and spend time with their family and maybe their in-laws, which they probably, enjoy some of them and don't enjoy some other. And so they have things to do. And this is something I have to explain to the guild every single year, that, let people take care of their real life stuff. They got stuff to do during those holidays. They're going to be going to Thanksgiving. They're going to be going to Christmas. They're going to be spending time with family. They got travel time. They got all of that stuff. Maybe they got work stuff they got to do and all of that. So we suspended our dues. We suspended all of our events so that people could take care of their real life stuff. One of the overarching things that I talk about all the time. In fact, most of you are probably sick of me saying it at this point. I say it so much because I want to make sure that people are taking care of their IRL and not neglecting their IRL for the sake of playing the game, which is very easy to do because games are very addicting and you can spend way too much time playing games and not taking care of your IRL. And so this is something I'm constantly repeating all the time. Oh, let me get to chat in here. Sorry, chat. Hold on. I got right into it. All right, come on, Stream Deck. There we go. Whoop, there you are. All right, sorry, I forgot to bring you guys in. Hey, Akia, thanks for being here. Ems, Flux, Wombat, thanks for coming in. So the reason why, again, guild leading is so heartbreaking is that you have to make tough decisions sometimes. And this was a very tough one. So during that December and January months, I just said, don't worry about it, everybody. Take care of your IRL. You know, we'll get back into it. We'll play some New World if everybody's interested in it in February. And so in February, here I go again. All right, going to invest a lot of time into New World, invest a lot of time into my crew. Let's get back to it. So I get all my members together. I say, all right, everybody, we're having a mandatory meeting. Now, my type of mandatory meeting, everybody, is everybody who's online needs to be there. Everybody who can make it there needs to be there. But if you got work, everybody, don't be skipping work. That's why would I even need to explain that to people? And of course, one of my members had messaged me in Discord, said, Kismet, I got to work that day. No problem. You do what you got to do, bro. Don't be skipping work, man. I don't want you to get fired. And he's like, okay, cool. And then, you know, I had some other members, Kismet, I'm sick. I can't make it to the thing and whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can always talk about it after. You can whisper me. I'll talk to you about that and whatnot. So we had that meeting, and then I'm like, okay, you know, this is a lot of time and effort by me and the officers and all of you to play the game. And is everybody still interested in playing New World? Because, you know, New World's dropped off like this, everybody. I mean, like straight down, right? And so they keep merging the servers down and merging the servers down, and that's because a lot of the players have left New World. And that's, see, the thing about being the leader, everybody, is you just have to be honest with people. I don't like to BS people. I don't like to, you know, sugarcoat stuff. I just tell it like it is, and I expect people to just tell me like it is as well. I can take it. I'm 50 years old, everybody. I don't play the little high school drama game anymore. If you want to cause drama, boom, you're out. I'm not here to be your papa. You're a grown adult, and I shouldn't have to micromanage all of that all the time. There you go. You look my old boss? Well, hey, there you go. Maybe I am. Maybe I am your old boss. You never know. I doubt it, though. I doubt it unless you are a graphic designer. You work for some of the top companies in the world. I doubt it. But you never know. What happens is, everybody, is we had that meeting. Okay, cool. And then after that meeting, I had a meeting with my officers, right? And just to make sure that they're still interested, because, you know, my officers are putting in a lot of time, too. They're putting in a lot of effort into keeping the guild going. Now, meanwhile, by the way, before we had this meeting, everyone who was not off taking care of their IRL, who's been playing the game, have been off on other servers, other Discord servers. Now, being in the guild, one of the requirements is being on our Discord server when you're playing the game, so that you can interact with other members. It creates a great sense of community. So when someone's on, they're like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. Oh, cool. What are you doing today? Oh, I'm going to go collect some wood. I'm going to do whatever, right? So it creates a great bond, and it's been working fantastically since we launched New World. And this is something that I'm always watching, by the way, everybody. Even when I'm not playing New World, like right now, I can look up there and see how many people are in the New World channel. Currently, there's none. I can also see when people are playing the game, because I can see it on Steam, which game they are playing and what they are doing, right? And how many hours they've played during that week. And so as the leader, I have to, you know, police that stuff and let everybody know that the rules apply to everyone, and not just, the rules either apply to everyone or they apply to no one. All right? So it applies to me as well. When I'm in there playing, I'm on Discord as well. When my officers are in there, they should be on Discord. When members are in there, they should be on Discord as well, because it builds community. That's what we're all about. That's the foundation of our entire guild. And this is something I let people know up front. And so there we go. And that is basically the census of the entire thing. Now, that has to do with our loyalty virtue. Our loyalty virtue is put members above all others. Now, not your family, obviously. If my family calls me and I'm in the middle of a raid and they say, I've locked my keys in my car, which choice you think I'm going to make? Hey, sorry, everybody, I got to run. I got to go help my wife. She locked her keys in the car, right? Or then the same thing happens for members all the time. Hey, Kismet, you know, it's time for dinner. I got to go have dinner. Oh, don't worry. Go for it. Or they say, Kismet, I got some IRL stuff I have to do now. I can't make it today. Okay, go ahead and take care of it, right? Like, I have a bunch of members out right now who are ill, who don't feel well. And I say, oh, don't worry about it. No problem. Just let me know. Just communicate to me on what's going on. No problem. All right. And so that's what that is. Put members above all other members. This includes other groups and things of that nature. And that's going to come into play in this little bit of Kismet story time. We're going to get into gaming in a bit. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to do some battles. We're going to play some 76. We're going to do all that. But first, I want to basically talk about this a bit because it's been weighing on me for like the last couple weeks. So getting back to the story. Back in time. So I say, is everybody interested? Because, you know, I'm going to invest a lot of my time and a lot of my effort, and officers are going to do so. And I want to make sure everybody's excited about it. And they say, yes, Kismet, we're excited. I talked to my officers. Kismet, we're excited. We're ready to go. All right, let's do this, baby. Let's go. Let's play some New World. So I'm like, okay, now I'm going to really get serious. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to start building up my logging. And I get my logging up to 180, everybody. I'm like, all right, now from 140, by the way. So bam, got that. Okay, I'm going to work on my smelting. We need smelting so that people can make void armor for everybody. All right, I'm going to start working on that. What else could I do? Okay, I can start working on all my collecting stuff, right? All my collecting is try to get that stuff to 200, try to get some of my refining up to 200. And when I go to, everybody. So I spend hours doing that stuff, like on Sunday night and stuff like that, working on that. Now, meanwhile, by the way, I am watching who is on the Discord, right? Who's on the Discord and who's in game. How they're interacting in game and those kind of things, because I'm looking at the overall health of the guild and how they're interacting. So 2 days later, as is life, everybody, 2 days later, I get a message from Lady, who is one of our officers, who is incredibly great at being an officer, by the way. Incredibly great, very motivated, playing the game a lot, very knowledgeable, all of that stuff. So I get this message. Kismet, you know what? I got too much. This is interfering with my IRL. I've got too much other stuff to do. You know, I'm trying to work on my other stuff. I can't be an officer anymore, and I don't want to go to these mandatory meetings. I don't have enough time to go to these mandatory meetings. I'm like, whoa, mandatory meetings? You mean the one mandatory meeting, or did I miscommunicate that all meetings were mandatory? I mean, I expect people to participate in those things, but they're not mandatory in the fact that you would neglect your family, that you would neglect your work, or any host of other list of things that I put in the Discord, because I thought I miscommunicated. Because, you know, I'm older, everybody. Maybe I miscommunicated to everyone. I don't remember saying that. I was like, oh, God, I don't remember saying that. But I obviously want people to participate. And if I see you're not participating, but you're playing a whole bunch in the game, but you're not on Discord, you're not participating with members, that's part of our loyalty gear. If you're off doing stuff with other people, instead of doing stuff with the members, that's going to break that rule. And so I'm like, oh God, here we go. The drama has begun. And as a guild leader, everybody, you can sense it right away. It's like a dropping of your heart. You ever have that when you're on something and all of a sudden something happens to you and then your heart just drops, right? That was that moment. That was that moment where I thought, okay, we are going to get this going again. We're going to have a great time. And then, bam, that now the rug's pulled right out of it, under it, right? So I'm like, okay. So, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll give her a week to think about it. And I'll say, okay, hey, you think about it for a week. You know, don't take things. Feel free to contact me during the week. Let me know what's up. Let's chat. Let's get on voice. Let's do all of that. So a week later, didn't get any contact for a week, right? Except for I said, hey, you know, I'm following up, seeing how you're doing. Are you feeling okay? Maybe there was some sort of misunderstanding about that meetings are mandatory. Obviously, I'd like to have my officers there. I'd like to have everybody there. But maybe there was some misunderstanding that you thought they were mandatory. And so then I get a little message back and say, you know, I'm too busy right now to talk on voice. But if you have a question, I'll answer it, right? That's pretty much just a quick little sentence. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's busy. She's doing something else. I said, okay, you know what? I'll give her another week. I'll give her till next Friday to contact me back and get it going. So on Valentine's Day, which is also me and my wife's 29th anniversary, by the way, if you guys want to say congrats, it was a lot of years together, me and my wife, which also a whole bunch of other stuff went off the rails on Monday as well. But we'll get into that in a minute. So, oh, sorry to hear that, Michael. Sorry to hear that, bro. You like the scene? Well, thank you. This is a lot of hard work. That was a lot of hard work making all of that. So basically, she contacts me on Monday and says, hey, Kismet, you know, sorry, I've been out. I've been thinking about it, you know, and so on. And she said, once my mind is made up, that's it. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Into discussion, not going to want to talk about it any further. Does not want to be officer. And I'm like, hey, that's fine. Cool. Doesn't want to be officer, right? Now, meanwhile, by the way, everybody, I have been watching on Discord. who's been on Discord and who hasn't been on Discord, who's been in the game, who hasn't been on the game, how many hours are they playing in a week, and how are they interacting with members. So I can see how much people are being interactive. So I'm watching all my members coming in and out and interacting in there. And there's certain members who are always on Discord when they're playing and certain members who are not. And this is something I constantly iterate with members. Please, if you're in the game, make sure you're on Discord interacting with other members, because you never know. That might be the moment where you say, hey, I'm going to need to work on portals. I'm like, sure, let's go. Let's run some portals, right? Or I need help doing this thing or help doing that thing, or just shooting a breeze, right? You're in there, you're collecting wood or whatever. You're like, how you doing today? Oh, I'm doing good and whatnot. This is part of our loyalty section of our guild. And what's been happening is a lot of members have been off on other Discords, either the overall Discord for our particular server or other Discords because they're fighting in wars and all that stuff. And that's okay temporarily. In fact, I actually wanted to get members together, get my officers together and try to figure a way where we could do events, where we could go over to the general server and all do like a loot run or whatever if we didn't have enough people for a loot run, and do that. And I've been working with other officers on that as well. And was hoping to work with Lady on that as well. But she basically gave me a bunch of excuses as to why she was not on the Discord. Or, I'm AFK, I'm busy, I'm doing other things, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I can sense it, everybody. I can sense when they have what I call loot corruption. Now, I don't know for sure because the person doesn't want to talk about it, basically. The person doesn't want to get on voice. They don't want to talk about it. They had a week to talk to me. And they're basically telling me that I'm too busy to be part and participate in the guild. Now, when I go look on Steam, remember, I can see how much people are playing on Steam, everybody. And on Steam, she's played 120 hours in 2 weeks. Now, just so you know, that is 7 8-hour days. 7 8-hour days, but doesn't have enough time for events and doesn't have enough time to be on the Discord or to interact with members. I've seen members typing to her in the Discord, even me, typing in the Discord or typing into guild chat without any response. This is a red flag, everybody. This is a red flag and heartbreaking when you see this stuff. Even the person cannot recognize that they are spending so much time over here running these loot runs and doing all this other stuff and not interacting with my members over here, that this is becoming an issue. And so now it makes me in basically painted into a corner. Now, I have to be the bad guy. No matter how you do it, everybody, you're always going to look like the bad guy as the guild leader when you remove someone. Whether it's at work, when you have to fire someone because they're doing drugs, they're showing up late, they're not doing their work, they're not basically taking care of their own business, and then you have to make that choice and remove them from your staff. I've had to do it. It is heartbreaking. It is terrible. I hate getting rid of people, everybody. You know what I really want to do? I want to play games with each other and just have a good time. When I'm at work, I just want people to show up, do their best work. I do whatever it needs to be done to help make them do a great job at work. And then that's it. Then they go home or whatever, or they can hang after like they used to, and we play games at work. I know, it was awesome. So these are the things that are heartbreaking when you have to make a call. And you have to first get feedback from others. So that's what I've been doing all week. I've been talking to my officers, getting feedback on the issue and the problem and whatnot. And they say, oh, Kismet, we're ready to play. We want to get in there and get it going. We're going to recruit members. We're going to get people in. We're good to go. And so I talk with other officers just to, get their feedback as well. And they say, yeah, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. I've had other members buzz me, say, Kismet, there's nobody on the Discord. There's nobody online, though I see him in the game. And I'm like, yes, some people are off, doing the high-end loot runs, and they're doing that as well. And so I'm explaining why they are not online. And then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, everybody. Here's one that's happened many times in the guild. People get on the Discord. There's nobody on there. And they say, well, there's nobody on here. I'm going to go on to the other server, and I'm going to go play over there. And then member number 2 comes along, and they see nobody is on the Discord. But they're playing the game. And you know what they do? They go off onto another Discord, and thus member number 3 comes along, and you can see where this is going. Right? That it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, well, there's nobody on, so I'm going to go, and now I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go do something else, or I'm not going to get on the Discord at all because there's nobody on there. right? And so it creates this self-fulfilling prophecy, which is why every time I log in, hey, everybody, you need to be on the Discord. This is a requirement of being in the guild, and so on and so forth. Now, if you, of course, need to AFK, or if you need to take care of some other things, if you're sneaking in some playtime at work, which I seriously suggest not to do, and so on, you can be in the AFK channel, you can be in all of that stuff. And even sometimes when we're in the main channel, if you're going to, AFK, if you're talking on a phone or you're doing something like that and you need to mute your computer, that's fine for about 10, 15 minutes. But if you're in there for 4 hours and you're in the main channel and you're both muted and can't hear, then you definitely want to go down the AFK. I'd say 15, 20 minutes. You're going to be more than 15, 20 minutes. You want to be in the AFK while you're in game. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Notorious TDK. We're having a little bit of Kismet story time today on why it's so heartbreaking being a guild leader. So I can see it happening. It's called loot corruption, everybody, where people get so focused on that high-end loot. They get so focused on getting that ultimate whatever it is in any game. And this has happened in World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings Online. This has happened many, many games along the way, Guild Wars 2, and I can always see it happening, where that becomes their priority and members become less of a priority, right? Being around members, spending time with them, because they found this other group, and that other group is getting them tons of loot, so they want to spend time with this other group. I'm perfectly okay with that. But that's not how my guild is run. That's not part of being part of my guild. And this is something I try to make as clear as possible, everybody, again and again and again. And see, the fact that I'm older now, everybody, this stuff affects me. I've been an emotional wreck all week long over this thing. That all of a sudden I put in all these hours and all these efforts, and officers are putting in the time, and members are putting in the time, and then all of a sudden, you get that rug pulled right out in front of your momentum that you're trying to build. And that's fine, if she wants to take care of her IRL, but now that I've said that you don't have to be at every meeting, it's no longer about IRL. It's more about, hey, I've got other things to do, and I'm AFK because I don't, I'm busy doing other things, but I can see that the person is playing a tremendous amount in the game. And so let's say it's 60 hours in a week, right? So 60 hours in a week, out of that 60 hours in the week, the total amount of time that I saw this person in the Discord and interacting in the chat was 0. 0. Over the last couple weeks, it has been near 0. The only time that I saw any interaction in there was during our meeting and then also during an event on Saturday. And so now it's 2 weeks in and they're not interacting. They're not working with members. And I can see it, everybody. I can sense it, that they would rather be doing something else. So now it's no longer about IRL. It's now about the fact that, they've made up their mind. They don't want to take the time. They want to spend more time focusing on their gear and all of that stuff, even though they won't admit it to themselves and they won't admit it directly to me. If people just come to me, everybody, and they just say, Kismet, I would rather be off doing this, then I'm like, hey, cool, no problem. Hey, you go off, do that. No worries, right? But even they can't see it sometimes. And thus, on Tuesday, I had to remove this person from the guild because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for the guild, and it's the right thing to do for them. Because if that's what's most important to them, if the most important thing to them is running this high-end gear and doing all of that stuff, then that's when they should go off and do, right? Even if they can't see it, even if they can't see what the issue is, and I can try to explain the issue. They don't want to get on voice. They don't want to talk to me all week long. I'm sitting here stressed about it, whether they are going to be part of the guild, whether I'm going to have to make an exception for this one person, that this one person can go off and not spend any time on the Discord and not spend any time interacting with members and go off and do all this other stuff over here, and then also enlist my members to go over here and do stuff over here. Which is going to become a problem, right? Because then they're not on the Discord and all these other members are not on the Discord, which means they're not interacting with each other. And again, that self-fulfilling prophecy. And so this basically has been my last week. So sadly, I had to pull her from not only being an officer, but pull her from the guild. Now, at the very beginning, she said, Kismet, I love your community. I love everybody. All of the peeps in the guild are amazing. You're amazing. You're a great streamer and all of that. There's no hard feelings or anything like that. But always when people say that, I feel that's never the case. It's never the case that they don't have hard feelings, because at some point they had to make that choice. And then I had to make the choice to remove them from the guild. And then they're going to be pissed at me. That's just the way it's going to be. When you're a guild leader, everybody, expect anybody that you remove from the guild to be pissed at you, and it's totally your fault. It's my fault. It's totally my fault that they were not on the Discord. That I explained to them what was on the Discord. I explained that this is a rule. This is something you need to be part of so that members are interacting, and so on. And then try to speak with them multiple times through a whole nother week. In fact, it's going to give her 2 weeks to get back to me about this. Instead of giving me excuses as to why they can't be on the Discord and why they can't interact with members, and when they played 60 hours in a single week or 120 hours over several weeks, that's a lot of time playing a game, everybody. Plus, I suggest not playing the game that much. That is way too much. She has over 1,000 hours, like some of my other members, which I can also see on Steam, by the way. They have 1,000+ hours. I have like 500, 600 hours in the game. Over 1,000 hours is a lot of time, and that's usually where you have your burnout. Some people burn out at 500, but most people burn out about 1,000, right? They're just focused on that high-end stuff and whatnot. So being 60 hours in a game tells me, one, it's not the IRL. It's not the IRL. I think that was just an excuse because they didn't want to do events and they didn't want to interact with members and have to be on the Discord. That is the number one thing. And once I figured out that was the issue, that's the primary issue, then that breaks our loyalty. Put our members above all other members. And the second I saw that that was happening, now the heartbreak comes on, everybody. Now you have to make this tough choice, right? Whenever you cut someone out of a guild or you cut them out of your life, maybe you have a friend or a neighbor or something or whatever, and they are doing drugs or they're making bad choices and they're affecting your well-being, and you have to cut them out of your life because otherwise it'll affect the well-being, in this case, of the guild, right? They'll say, well, Kismet, she doesn't have to log on to the Discord, right? That'll be the first thing that I get. Kismet, why does she have special rules and the rest of us have to follow these rules, but this person gets to not follow the rules, right? And so that is always my concern. My concern is that the rules apply to everyone, including me. I have to be on the Discord when I'm playing, right? And I'm the guild leader. I could say, well, you know, I'm the exception because I'm the guild leader. I don't want to be on Discord because I, listen to music or, some other random thing that I could get, right? And it's never a fun thing. It's never something that I do out of anger. It's never something, because if you do something over a week-long thing, everybody, you're not doing it out of anger. You're doing it out of what's best for the guild. And I also, again, enlisted feedback from other officers and other members to say, look, have you seen this person online? What's going on with this person? This is what I'm getting. They're saying, hey, they don't want to be a guild leader anymore. I see that they're playing just as much as they were before, but they're not spending any time with members. So I have to make this choice. And then I made the choice, and then I get the dreaded, you don't understand what I said. I'm saying, here's what I saw you say. Here's what you said when you sent me a message, but refused to talk to me via voice for over a week and made me stressed out about it as well. When I'm stressed out, by the way, everybody, it makes me even more dizzy because I do have sleep apnea and vertigo, and I've been stressed out all week about it. And I'm trying to find a solution because that's what you do as a guild leader. You are a problem solver. You're like, Kevin, what the heck is wrong with this long story time? Well, that's why I'm in just chatting, everybody, because I knew this was going to go on for a while. So bear with me. We'll play some games here in a bit. So these are the choices you make, and they're heartbreaking, everybody. You don't want to remove someone from the thing. You just want to play some games and have a fun time and create a great environment where everybody is working together and having a fun time playing the game that they enjoy, right? And when someone is the exception to the rule, if you let someone off, they don't have to be on the Discord, they don't have to interact with members, they don't have to do any of that, right? Then that is a problem. And when they get to a point where they say, my mind is made up, that's too bad, right? That I'm not going to talk about it. Then now you have no room. Now I'm backed into a corner. I have to make a choice. Make an exception for this person Let them just not be on the Discord. Let them not interact with the members. Let them go off and just, focus on that high-end gear on another Discord with other people who are not in our guild, or maybe drag some of our members over there so they're not around for other members as well. This is a huge problem, everybody. So I said, hey, I'm sorry. I can see these are the issues. This is what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. You just want to work on that loot. You don't have enough time in your IRL, but you're playing for 60 hours in a week, 7, 8-hour days, and don't have enough time for members. This is what I'm seeing. And this is an issue. I'm sorry. I appreciate everything you've done. You were a fantastic officer and fantastic member, but this is not going to work with the guild. So I have not only removed you as an officer, as you requested, but I've also removed you from the guild. Now, why would I do that, everybody? You think it was out of anger? Because it certainly wasn't, because, man, it really made me sad on Valentine's Day, on my 29th anniversary with my wife. Also on the same day, I was removing one of my key members who I thought was amazing and was doing a great job until they got corrupted by loot, as I think. But again, I'll never know because they didn't want to chat. They didn't want to chat. They just wanted to text me and didn't want to take the time to interact with me all week long until the time was up. And so also I found out that I take my wife's car in because it's making a weird metal on metal noise. I also found out that I have to spend $1,300 on my wife's car, which I don't know where I'm going to get that money from, also on Valentine's Day. And I said, there's no way, we can't pay for it. We don't have enough money for that. We have to pay stuff for my kids' school. We need to get the car back. And they said, well, it's still okay to drive, but, you need to build up this money out of where, I don't know, and take this $1,300 and fix the car. So that was also my Valentine's Day. Another thing happened as well. My wife, who had the coronavirus, luckily she got vaccinated, though. She had a less bad version of it, is I believe, having side effects of it now. She now has high blood pressure that she has to manage, and she's having extreme pain in her foot. And so she had to go get x-rays on Valentine's and blood drawn on Valentine's. So I'm worried about my wife as well, who, again, I've been with for 29 years. And that was our anniversary as well. So I found out about that. So now we have to deal with the high blood pressure issue and figure out what's going on. Maybe she has a bone spur in her foot or whatever, the longer she stands on it. And that's what she does all day long, by the way. She's constantly walking around at work, because she's the one who is funding the family now, and this crazy idea I have called streaming. So we found out about that as well. So that was pretty much my Valentine's Day. So I thought, okay, let's just do something fun for the family. I'm going to order some food. And, this is how it always starts, by the way. I'm going to order some food for the family. So now I've had this terrible day. I've had to remove a member. I've had to find out I have a massive bill. There's no way I'm going to be able to pay that. And then I also found out my wife is having medical issues. So I thought, something simple, order dinner. So it's about 6 o'clock now in this long story that I'm having. So I go ahead. Yeah, no, right? You know what it's like to get that bill, right, Break? Yeah. So I go ahead and I try to order Olive Garden, right? Because my wife's favorite, other than Lori's, by the way, which is a wonderful place in California. It's like her favorite restaurant in the world. It's where I asked her to marry me, by the way, way back in the day, and so on. I went and tried to order Olive Garden. I said, you know what? I'm going to use the app because that's easy. And I can walk around and ask everybody what they want. Now, I can't afford Olive Garden, everybody. Just so you know, I'm just going to yellow it on the on the thing just to make the wife feel better because, her foot hurts. She had to go have blood drawn. She's had a rough day. It's Valentine's Day. Let's do something sweet for the wife. And so I ordered up, and then I sneak in some like black tie mousse cake. Right, if you guys know what that is, like a little chocolate thing. It's so incredibly good. So I sneak that in, and I put all that in there. And then at the very last minute, my wife says, well, hey, I want to get dessert too. And I said, I already put them in there for you. And she goes, oh, you did? Oh, you're so sweet. And so, yes, okay, now I've got Valentine's Day finally turning around, right? And so I send it in. Okay, bam, send in my order to the local Olive Garden. And guess what? It charges my card, but doesn't send the order in. And then I'm like, you got to be kidding me. To this day, get any worse, is what I say in my head. Never say that out loud, everybody, because it absolutely will. So now, instead of doing it through the app, I have to call them on the phone. So I call them on the phone. I got the first Yahoo. They're like, oh, hold on, let me talk to you, let you talk to our technical person. So then I wait for another 10, 15 minutes on the phone. Now it's like 7 o'clock. It's taking me an hour to get this in here and try to make this work, and it's not working. So now it's like 7:10, right? My kids need to get ready for bed around 7:30, 8 o'clock, get ready for bed, do any reading or anything they need to do for their schoolwork, and they get to bed around 9:30 for school the next day. And so I'm doing all of that. So I finally get in there, and I'm like, talk to the lady. She goes, well, I can't do anything about it. Hold on, let me get you the manager and see if the manager can take care of this. So I talked to the manager. I didn't specifically call it. I didn't go all full Karen or anything, but I just went, hey, I'm having a problem. And so I get the manager on the phone. I said, hi there, manager. Yeah, this is my day so far. I found out I have to spend $1,300 on my car. My wife is having medical problems, and I can't order dinner. This is my Valentine's Day. Could you please help me turn this day around? And she's like, oh, no problem. We'll get it. Tell me what you want. We'll put your order in. We'll get it all going. And so she did. And big thanks to them over there who did take care of it. And it got taken care of. And so she said, well, we're a bit backed up, though. It's going to take another hour before your food is ready. So now it's 7 o'clock, everybody. Now it's going to be 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30 or so before we get the food and everybody's ready to eat. On a school night, everybody. And all of you parents out there know what it's all about. So, my oldest daughter, who has been having a little attitude, you know how teenagers are, everybody, actually surprised me and rose to the challenge when I said, hey, me and you are going to go over there. We're going to get the food. We're going to bring it back. Your mama doesn't feel well, and I don't have her car anyway because it's over at the shop, whatnot. Let's run over and do it. She goes, okay, Daddy. Now, I don't know about you. Oh, man, see, that gets me emotional just thinking about it. There's certain moments in your life when people surprise you, and that was one of those moments, right? Where instead of giving me attitude and say, I don't want to do it, Daddy, I don't want to be involved, I got other things to do, I'm on my phone or whatever it is, oh God, my eyes are starting to water up. They surprise you. So, big love to my daughter for that, who surprised me and just said, okay. And then we drove over there. And we waited forever. And the actual manager herself came out and said, hey, we're so sorry that you had this problem. Here's some stuff for you and whatnot. Here's your food. You want me to put it in the bag? I said, no, give it to me so I can double check it because I don't want to get home and then it'd be wrong. Because the last time we ordered there, a long time ago, they got it wrong. And that really ticks my wife off, everybody. My wife's already having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. Everybody is having a rough day for Valentine's Day, and I'm trying to turn the day around, right? And so I get the food, we drive back, and then the wonderful thing happens that very rarely happens as your kids get older and as you get older. Everybody comes down, and we just spend time laughing and having a good time, eating and talking about their day and talking about funny stuff. As a family, we had a little family moment that we were able to turn that day around a little bit, right? And then, of course, the second that's over, it's get to bed and, go take a shower and do your homework if you got any homework and all of that stuff time, which is why I don't start gaming earlier. That's why I don't game at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatnot, is because I have family obligations I have to do, right? To deal with my family and make sure my kids are in the shower and getting ready for bed. Even at teenager stage, everybody, they still have trouble managing themselves. And there you go. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, my wife loves it, so that's why I get it, and I find it enjoyable too. The cool thing about Olive Garden, by the way, I find is that it's like 2 meals in one. So like you have half of, I got spaghetti with meat sauce, and you have half of it. And then the next day, today, during lunchtime, I'm going to go have the other half of that spaghetti because you can actually have like 2 meals in one from that one thing. So I feel like it's a pretty good deal if you think of it in that way. Everybody gets 2 meals out of it instead of just one because they give you a lot of food over there. And their food's really, really good. So that was my Valentine's Day, everybody. That is a heartbreaking of a weekend. Now, the other big problem and why guild leading is so heartbreaking is the fact that now that I removed this member, I have to justify this action with the rest of my officers, which I've already told in advance that this was becoming an issue, and I have to justify it with the rest of my members. They're like, oh God, did Kismet just go crazy, start banning people randomly? That would not be in my character, everybody. I don't want to ban people at all. I don't want to ban people in the chat. I don't want to ban people at all. There's no malice involved in removing people from me. I'm too old, everybody. I don't hold grudges against people anymore because it's too damn much effort. It is exhausting to do that all the time. Now, again, she said no hard feelings, right? And I have no hard feelings either. But as a guild leader, I have to make tough choices. And she actually was a past guild leader as well. And I said to her, I said, look, you know, as a guild leader, you know this is an issue. This is an issue if a member is not participating with the rest of the guild. And, you know, this is something that I think is going to be good for the guild, and it's going to be good for you because you can go off now and play that high end. If you want to play 60 hours a week, hey, it's your life. You do whatever you want. I'm not in charge of what you're doing. I'm in charge of the guild. And if I see something affecting the guild, and if I feel like someone is getting a special treatment, and then everyone else like, hey, Kismet, why do they get to do that, and I don't get to do that, right? That is not acceptable in my guild. So if you don't want to interact with members, if you don't want to play with members, you don't want to be on our Discord, you don't want to do that, just come to me and say it. Kismet, I got other things to do. I got members who came to me and said, Kismet, I got a promotion at work. I can't play the game right now. I got to go off and do a thing. Oh, hey, thanks for contacting me. If you got a promotion at work, we'll put you on the inactive for now. And maybe, you know, at some point, if you want to play again, you let us know. Come and join us. Maybe if they add an awesome expansion to the game, they add more content that makes it exciting for you to play and whatnot, and you've got your real life squared away. Awesome. Feel free. Come and join us. That'd be awesome. So I don't even boot people for being inactive, everybody. If people don't play the game and they say, hey, Kismet, I had other things to do, and they let me know, then I'm cool with that as well. You know, if they're sick, if they're ill, if they got real life things to do, that's fine. I'm pretty lax on that kind of stuff. But what I don't let people do is if they are playing the game and they're not interacting with my members and they don't feel like my members are their priority, then that is an issue. And I can't just let one person be able to do it and then tell all the rest of the people that they have to do it, right? So that is the primary issue. Oh, whoa! Notorious DDK just tipped $100. Holy mackerel. Thank you, Notorious DDK. Thank you to Wombat also for the resub. I'm going to play all that again when we get in there. But we're having a bit of story time, everybody. Thank you so much for that $100. I greatly appreciate that. And again, everybody, it's heartbreaking being a guild leader because you have to not only make a good choice for the guild, but you have to make a good choice for the people who are in it. And sometimes that choice is not to have them in the guild, is to give them the freedom to go off. And if they want to just run high-end loot runs for 60 hours a week, hey, well, go for it. You know, that's your jam. You go do it. But you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't run high-end loot runs every single day with another group and then tell me that you're interested in playing with my group. It doesn't work. It doesn't work out. If you're not around, if you can't be contacted in chat, if people can't interact with you and you don't want to be part of that events and groups and stuff like that. Now, if you don't want to be part of events because you got real life things to do, I understand. You got stuff to do, right? But if you are in game and you're playing the game, especially for an extensive period of time, and you are not interacting with my members, I'm going to call you on the loyalty thing. And first, though, before I boot people, I get them on chat. I say, let's talk. Let's get in voice. Let's have a little chat. Let's figure out what the issue is. Let's see if we can find a solution to this problem, right? Hey, let's get to it. And when they're basically ghosting you, and they don't want to talk about it, and they don't talk to you for a week, right? And they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to get into it. Maybe because they think I'm going to try to convince them to be the officer. I'm not going to try to convince them to do nothing. I'm just going to listen to what their problem is and try to find a possible solution, right? And so I think a week was a long time to sit and wait for this person to get back to me, right? Because now I'm stressed about it all week. All of a sudden we had a whole bunch of stuff going, and then now that's not going. Now that's all, now I got to step up and do all the work, including all the events and all the stuff. And luckily I had this person who was motivated and excited and came up with ideas for events and things like that. And those are always rare people to find, everybody, but sometimes they fall. They fall, what I call fallen stars, right? In the past, I've had some members who are the highest awarded members in the game, and I've told the story before. They are some of my finest members, incredibly great at the game, incredibly great member. They've been in the guild 5, 10 years. They have done so much for other people in the guild, and that's actually how you get what's known as the Kismet Star, our highest award in the guild. And so they have gotten this Kismet Star from other members. It's not me, everybody. Other members say, look, this person, they're really helping out others. They're really a great member. They're loyal to the guild. They're always being honest and straightforward. They're being respectful of other people. They are the example of what our guild is all about. And thus they get nominated. They may not even get it, though, even when they're nominated, because they might have my officers and whatnot. We talk about it. And then we have a whole award ceremony. We call everybody in. We say, all right, everybody, come on. This is a mandatory meeting, but not if you're real life interfects with it, everybody. Something I've said for a bazillion years, for as long as I've had the guild, for 20 years. What happened? We'll have like 100 members on, and we'll have a grand ceremony. You can see some of these on my YouTube, everybody. We have a grand ceremony. We have people coming down the aisle, and I knight them, and I say, you are now Sir Heaven's Blade, or Sir Weishuba, or something like that. And I make sure that everybody knows their contributions, and I talk about how much they've done for the guild and so on and so forth. And I've had a few of those come to me and say, Kismet, we should kick all the noobs out of the guild. We shouldn't let new players in. Only the best, the most elite players, right? And we should just focus on loot, because loot is the most important thing now. We should just focus on the high-end loot and forget all these scrubs, as they call them. Forget all these low-level players. What's most important is the high-end loot, and we're going to raid, and we're going to do the whole big high-end raid stuff. And I'm like, nope. That's never going to be my guild. I will never exclude people if they don't have MMO background. If they don't, if they're not the most elite player in the game. If they're not in the clique, right? I hate that stuff. I hate it when people feel like they're superior than other people because they can play a video game and they can push little digital pixels around. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, everybody. Whenever you set yourself above other people, you actually drop yourself below. I think when people feel like they're better than others, I feel like that's a big warning sign, everybody. A warning sign. And I don't care if you're the greatest player in the world. If you're the greatest player in the world, you're ranked #1, you're the best of the best, and you're an a-hole, never going to be in my guild. I will boot you out. I don't mess around. Whatever causes an instability in the guild, that's why the guild's been around so long, is I don't put up with drama. I don't put up with drama. I don't put up with people who don't put the guild first. I don't put up with liars and thieves and people like that. And if I find out you're doing that, you're out. That's it. Because you know what I want to do? I want to play with the core members who want to play together, who enjoy coming in every day. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. And I don't care if we're fishing, we're picking up rocks, we're doing the hardest stuff in the whole entire thing, or we have new members coming in. They're like, hey, how do I do this? Or how do I go there? I need help with my quest over here or whatever. So, oh, hold on. I was collecting wood, but let me stop what I'm doing. I'll come over. I'll help you. Let's go run your thing and run your thing. And this is a consistent thing I've done again and again and again. Because some of those people who have come into the guild, who have never played at MMO before, never really a big gamer or whatever, have come into the guild, and I've created a character and started a character. We run around, have a fun time, we're laughing, having a good time. So, oh no, there goes Kismet. He falls off the cliff again. And so they come down and res me, and we both laugh, and we have a fun time because I was battling some mob, and a mob knocked me off the side or something funny and whatnot, or I got trapped by mobs or something funny happens in the game. And so now we just had a moment, right, with that member. And then that member goes on to be one of the greatest tanks or the greatest DPS and thing. And I've had it happen again and again and again. And I know how amazing that is to be in a group that cares about each other, that cares enough to be online, that cares enough to interact with each other every single day. That caring is what makes my team so unique. And if you don't know how unique that is, go into some of these other guilds. Go and just start joining random guilds and look at how they have their little cliques, right? We don't exclude members from doing stuff. We had some level 50s come join us for some high-end stuff. Why? Because I don't exclude members based on level or experience or background or any of that stuff. If they want to join us, so I'm going to be honest with them, they're going to die a lot, but they can always come and join us for whatever we do. I don't care if they're level 5, everybody. It'll be a challenge for all of my members to try to keep that person alive. And all of this funny stuff happens along the way. Because, they're going to, drag aggro. Oh, God, we got to raise the thing. And one of the things that happened, by the way, last Saturday, thanks to Steve, who took us on a loot run, we went in there and there was this moment. There was this moment where we all went in and we were taking on this dog, but out of nowhere, all these other mobs came flooding in, right? And so we're like, okay, that's it. Let's get into mode, right? Let's start healing over here. Oh, let's res that person. Okay, now we're out there. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh my God, we have like 6 level 66s on us, everybody. Those are very tough mobs because each one of them takes a while to grind down, even with the amount of people we had, which is about 10 people. And so we're doing that. We're doing the thing. We're resting the people. And we killed all of them, everybody. Every single one of them. We came back from a moment that looked like a wipe. And it was everybody rose to that challenge. And it was one of those moments that you never forget. I'll never forget that moment when the team rose together. And those are our finest moments. When we raise together and we work together as a team. And that is what I am always about. And sometimes you've got to make the hard choices, everybody. It's going to be heartbreaking. You're going to be bummed about it. Like I'm bummed about it. I've been bummed all week about it. But now I'm really super bummed because I had to make a hard choice. I had to make a choice which was good for her and good for the guild. And she could tell me all she wants about how she was AFK or how about this, that, and the other thing. And that she has to take care of real life. But then now she doesn't have to take care of real life. She got to do this. And she can lie to herself all she wants. But the ultimate thing is she wants to go off and do the high-end stuff. That's what she wants to do. And more power to her if that's what she wants to do. No hard feelings. Go do your stuff. Much love. Go do your stuff. But not only do I now lost an officer of the guild. I've now lost a member and also a person who's also subbing my channel. You think I would do that just randomly? No, I would not. I try to do what's right for people even when they don't see it's right in the moment. And that was what was right. What was right was to let this person go about their journey and do what they want to do. If they want less responsibility in the guild, if they don't want to be on Discord, they don't want to interact with members, this is telling me that they don't want to be part of my guild. And I have to make that choice. And the rules apply to everyone. Everybody is under the same rule. I'm not going to make an exception for just one person, that they can be in the guild and never interact with members. And of course, after I removed her, then all of a sudden she wants to be very communicative about, hey, you misunderstood me and you don't understand and whatever. And I'm like, no, I can see that you're not spending time with members. I can see that you're not on the Discord. I can see that you're not interacting with members in the chat, even though you're online for an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. I was collecting loot the other day, everybody. I was just out collecting a bunch of wood and stuff for my members, whatnot. And by the way, Ems, I got tons of loot for you. I was collecting werewood. I was collecting a bunch of stuff. And one of my members, who is really awesome, Magnus, says, Kismet, let me show you my loot run, right? So he took me on this high-end loot run, and we ran around. We had the greatest time. We were gathering lodestone, and I was gathering werewood, and he's like, oh, this is my run around here. You just go along here, and there's crazy tons of loot here. This is a great place to level up your crafting. Now, those are the members that are really the ones who shine. The one who took him, because, he's doing other things, everybody, but he took a moment to go, Kismet, let me show you where my thing is. And we did that for like an hour, everybody. And I was very appreciative of him to go and show me his loot run and where he was running and what he was doing. Those are the members I value most, who take their time out of their gaming time to help others. Those are my most valuable members, the ones who help others and run around. So thank you to Magnus for that run. And Steve came on as well, and he was giving me some tips as well. Thanks to Steve as well for his tips. Yeah, are you a guild leader for WoW? I was, yes, Smoot. I was a guild leader for WoW. We had 300 members. We used to do dual 40-man raids back in Classic all the time. It was incredibly, incredibly fun. I have never played anything beyond, well, it's called Classic now, but in my day, we called it Vanilla. And we played until just to the end of Vanilla, right before that was going to play, because my members decided, hey, we're going to do other stuff. And then also I was very ill at the time. I had really bad gallbladder pain back in those days. And eventually I had to have that gallbladder out, because that pain was just like I would pass out from the pain. It was so bad back in the day. And that's a whole nother story in itself. But yes, I've been a guild leader through tons of MMOs, tons of games. And there's a lot of times, everybody, I have to make this type of choice. I have to make this choice. Okay, this person's telling me I have IRL things to do, so I can't go to the mandatory meetings. The meetings are not mandatory. You got IRL stuff to do. Go do your IRL stuff. And that's why I made that post in there for my members, in case I miscommunicated. I didn't mean every meeting was mandatory. I obviously expect members to participate. I expect officers to participate, but not if you got, if you got to go to your kid's recital, don't be skipping your kid's recital. Don't be skipping work. I don't understand why I have to explain that to people, everybody. But I feel like it's not about IRL, because you're playing 60 hours a week. I don't think it's about your IRL, everybody. You can try to fool some people, but I can see the signs. I can see the signs of what is loot corruption, and so that was the ultimate issue. The ultimate issue is the loyalty one, where I say put members above all other groups, right? Not your family, not your in-laws, not your friends, but your other groups in the game. So if you're off playing with another group all the time, I'm going to call you on it. And I'm not going to just insta-boot you. I'm going to talk to you about it. I say, come, let's talk. This is a problem. Let's find a way to solve this particular problem. But when they say, hey, my mind's made up and there's no other thing, then they're not leaving much room for discussion. If they don't want to get on voice and chat with you about it after a whole week of time, they say, oh, I'm too busy. I got other things. I was doing this, that, and the other thing. In a week, everybody. So I'm sitting there waiting for a week to talk to somebody who is the person who's supposed to be running our events and doing our PvP stuff and all of that stuff, right? But instead of them contacting me, they took the whole week. And then at the end of the week, when I said, okay, well, if you don't get back to me by next Friday, I'm just going to assume that that you don't want to be officer and that, you don't want to play with the team, pretty much. And I think I went above and beyond. Now, ultimately, they're going to have a different story, everybody. This is the law of when you boot somebody from the guild. They're going to say, oh, well, Kismet, he just booted me and he was totally wrong and he misunderstood what I said and whatnot, even though I've been watching. I've been seeing if this person's been interacting with the guild. I know that during the holidays, they were just doing that high-end runs, and so were a lot of my other members. And that was okay. That was okay because, everybody's out taking care of their real-life stuff. But come February, it is time to get back to it and see if members want to participate. And officers said they were ready to participate, and members said they're ready to participate and to work together as a team. And when I'm going to take them at their word, if they say, yes, I'm excited about it, let's do it, then I'm going to invest the hundreds of hours that I put into the team every single week. Not only talking with people behind the scenes, resolving problems, getting events ready and all of this stuff. This stuff takes a lot of my time, everybody. It takes a lot of my officers' time as well to resolve issues and do all of that and to help members. Hey, I need help with my, such and such quest because I need to get to the next level. Oh, sure, let's go. And then we run out and we help that particular person. That's what I expect. I make that incredibly clear to everybody. It's in the rules that this is what you do. You make sure you help members. You're on the Discord. You're taking care of all of that. Now, this is the only time I'm going to address this, everybody. And I'll probably make a clip of it and put it onto my thing. But again, being a guild leader is heartbreaking. Sometimes you have to make the right decision for the guild and for the person, even if the person does not see it. If they don't see that they're not spending time with members, that they're so obsessed with that high-end loot run, that they found another group that they're having more fun with than with your group. Then you have to say, look, we got to find a way to resolve this problem or I'm going to have to remove you from the guild, right? And that's something you'll have to do. And the second you do that, you just feel your heart sink. The second you go to kick somebody from the guild, it's a terrible, terrible feeling, everybody. And that was my Valentine's Day. But I did have a little spark in the day, a little bit of fun with the family at the end. And then me and my wife were exhausted, and I said, screw it. I'm not doing, because I was supposed to be doing my taxes, by the way, all day on Monday. I know, another great Valentine's Day gift was to be doing your taxes on Valentine's Day. That's what I should have been doing instead of taking care of all of this drama that was building. And we also have a strict no drama policy. If you start causing drama in the guild, I'm going to call you on it. I'm going to talk to you about it. And if you continue to cause drama, you're out. That's it. I don't mess around. Drama is the #1 killer of a guild. And again, now I have to justify my choices with the guild. Most members know that I don't do stuff rashly. I do try to interact and talk with people and say, look, is there a way we can resolve this problem? But if I feel like there's no way to resolve the problem, if the person is not willing to talk about it and interact about it, then they leave me no choice. They've backed me into a corner, and now I have to be the bad guy. I have to be the bad guy by booting them for their own well-being and the well-being of the guild. And so that's the choice I made. And in the old saying, everybody, to your own self be true. Do what you do by your heart, right? Do what you feel is right, whether it feels sometimes wrong to other people or not. And that's what I try to do. Or the old saying of, if you love someone, set them free in this particular case. Now, I have no hard feelings. This person wants to go off and do their thing. Go do your thing. I would much rather have you go do your thing and run the high-end loot runs with a whole bunch of other people and do that all day for 60, 100, 5,000 hours a week. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, than to have to make an exception for this person who is saying that they're willing to help and they want to be part of the guild and all of this stuff, but then through their actions are not doing that. They're not spending time with the members. They're not on the Discord. They're not interacting in the chat, right? They're not, and they don't want to go to meetings because their IRL is interfering with it. But now it's not IRL. It's just that, I'm misunderstanding and all of that stuff. I'm like, no, I'm pretty clear on what's going on. I'm pretty clear on what's pretty much going on. You played 60 hours in a week and you interacted with members 0 amount of time this week. Last week, you interacted with members for about an hour and then maybe an hour again. So 2 hours out of 60 hours. And so on. So this is pretty clear, everybody. It's pretty clear cut of what's going on there. And they feel like they're going to, I know, Valentine's Day taxes, right? Break some stuff. That's I have to do my my stream taxes and all of that. And so on. So yes, that was my Valentine's Day. I had to boot a long-time awesome officer out of my guild. I have a $1,300 bill that I have to pay for my wife's car, which I have no idea I'm going to do that because I got $10 in the bank. And also my wife has medical issues, her blood pressure now, and constant pain, excruciating pain in her feet. Which potentially could have been because she had COVID, and it's like a leftover after effect of COVID. So that was my Valentine's Day. I've had a rough day, and you know what I want to do? Just play some games. I just want to, this is kind of like therapy, everybody. It feels a little like therapy. Come in here and chat with you guys. Now, if you guys enjoyed that little bit of chatting, put a 1 in the chat. Make sure I'm not boring you guys here in the chat. Again, I apologize. Sometimes I do get in here and I kind of vent a little bit. This is like my vent space here in my stream. It does make me feel better. And then I'll have some members that might quit the guild, everybody. They might quit the guild. Say, Kismet, you're totally wrong. It's all your fault. I can't believe you did this. You're a terrible person, and all of that. That'll absolutely happen. It happens usually sometimes. Like I've had to do that with mods, everybody. I've had some of my mods, they start going off on my chat, and I've had to boot them. I've had some people start to go off on my other mods. They start telling me my other mods are terrible, and they suck, and they're doing all this stuff, and they would chase them into other channels that they're modding for and tell them how terrible they are in there. Right? And I'm like, oh, you can't do that. Okay, now I got to remove you. Right? I don't want to remove people, everybody. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I don't want to, but the people back me into a corner. Then I've had some of my mods start to be incredibly rude to me and disrespectful to me. And then I'm like, oh, crap. Now I got to remove these people that I had such a great time. And you always have your good times, and then sometimes you have your bad times with people, with friends, with family, and in my case, sometimes with my mods, and I've had to remove them too. Why? Because it was better for them and it was better for my stream. I had to say, sorry, I love you. I wish we could stay friends and so on, but I'm going to have to remove you. I'm going to have to take you out as mod because you're being really rude and disrespectful to me, to my community, or to my other mods. I'm going to have to pull you. And then, of course, they get pissed at me because it's all my fault. It's all my fault that they were rude to me, or they were rude to my community, or they were rude to other mods because it's my fault. My fault because I removed them, right? So you don't win, everybody. You don't win when you're in charge. When you're in charge, you always get blamed for everything. And you know what? I got broad shoulders, everybody. Look at those suckers. I can take it. I can take it. I'm not going to hold any hard feelings again. I appreciate all my mods. I appreciate every member who's ever joined, and I appreciate all of you. Because I'm too old to hold grudges. I'm too old to do all that high school drama crap. I'm going to tell it to you straight, and I'm going to do what feels right here. Even if it hurts, even if it's heartbreaking to do, I'm going to do what's right, and that is who I am. And if you like that, you're in the right place. Hit the follow button. There you go. And I appreciate everybody coming in. Now, let me catch up with the chat. Then we're going to actually play some games on this stream. And we're going to try to forget about it for a while. All that drama that's going on in my life. And we will roll on. Akia, thanks for coming in. And the wonderful M's in as well. And Flux, thank you for coming in. Wombat coming in, say good afternoon, Tycoons. Much love. And here's another month being part of one of the best communities on Twitch. Oh, thank you, Wombat. I'm going to play that again when I get in my main screen. And then you look my old boss. Oh, man. I do look like people's old boss. I look like Tony Hawk. I look like Saul from Breaking Bad. Man, I've had a whole bunch of them and whatnot. It's probably because I'm talking like your old boss. I hope you didn't get fired for slacking off at work. I hope that's not the case. And see, these are the things like, see, when I used to be the boss at everywhere I worked, everybody. I worked for some of the greatest companies in the world. I worked with some of the greatest people in the world, which is my favorite thing, working with great people. But what you don't see is at 5 o'clock, everybody else is punching out. Meanwhile, you're there till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, taking care of all those things, especially if you have your own business, everybody, like me. Here as a streamer, this is my own business. So I have to not only spend the time streaming, but I have to spend the time processing videos and making videos and uploading it. And it equals not only the time in which I'm in the stream, but it can equal 60, 80, 100 hours in a week. But if you love doing it, then it's not so bad, but it's still a lot of work and a lot of effort that you have to put into it if you love doing it. Now, most people, they work for a job and they punch in, they get a paycheck and they punch out, and that's it. That's it. They just want to make money and they don't care about their career. They don't care about what they want to do in life. It's just something they have to do, and it sucks. I find that is a terrible way to live, but sometimes you have to, right? Sometimes you got to take those jobs that you don't really want to take. You don't want to be fast food or whatever, unless you love doing fast food. Maybe some people, I would imagine some people do, right? I don't want to put it down too much, but sometimes people just take a job to get a paycheck because, they got to eat, they got to live, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't care what you do in life, whether you're a janitor or the CEO of a company, every person is going through their own struggles at any given time. It's important to keep that in mind in everything that you do. So yeah. Sounds like you did a great job parenting, though. When I was a kid, my dad lost his job for a while, and his parents did so good keeping things going like a normal for us kids. I didn't even realize until he told us later, parents are the strong cornerstone of a family. Yeah, me and my wife, our whole focus of our everyday is our children. I don't go out and, spend money on myself. I haven't spent money on myself in 20 years, everybody, other than, computers, but this is for the stream. This is not for me personally. It's not like I'm going to sit around and, go, oh my God, I need all this stuff because I'm sitting around, playing a game. It's for business. I buy stuff because it serves a purpose. If it doesn't serve a purpose, I don't buy it. Whether it's a toaster or whether it's something to do with the stream. And I don't say, hey, everybody, I got to pay my rent this month. I'm going to put a little thing down there in the corner. And if other people want to do that, that's their life. That's their choice. But I've never done that here in the stream. The only time I ever do fundraising is to raise funds to go to my mods, or if it's for charity, or if it's some sort of equipment or something like that, that I need to do in the stream. It's always stream related in what we do. So thanks for being here. And thank you to Notorious DDK for that $100 donation. I appreciate that. That actually goes to the business and doesn't go to me. But thank you. That allows us to do more giveaways because I keep my personal and business thing completely separate. I don't make any money doing this, everybody. I don't draw a salary or anything like that. I do this totally for free every day for free. I run the guild for free. I do streaming for free. Why do I do that? Because it gets me out of the bed every day, and it's the reason I'm still alive. Because I'm doing something I want to do, and it motivates me to get out of the bed, even though I'm constantly dizzy, even though I don't get any sleep. I feel like even if I sleep for 20 hours, it still feels like 30 minutes. And that's why you'll see me all the time. Just my brain will just wander off, and I'll just not remember stuff, and I'll screw stuff up. You know, the heartbreaking moment was on Saturday. I was playing with my 7 Days to Die team, and I'm sitting here, and I'm okay. I'm going to extend the base and whatnot, and I was so tired, everybody. I'd pushed myself to the absolute limit of what I could push myself to, and I was taking out this wall. And even though it shouldn't have happened, even though those boxes should have stayed there because they were connected to a cement brick, I still felt bad that I destroyed literally hours and hours of all of my team collecting stuff. I screwed up. Now, there's two things you can do in that moment. You can cover it up and blame it on the game and say it's the game's fault and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Or you can take responsibility for your mistakes. And that is the hardest thing that you'll ever do in your life. And I said, you know what, everybody? I just majorly screwed up. I just caused us to lose all of this loot. It's my fault. It's my bad, everybody. I forgot to take the stuff out of the boxes, which is something I thought about while I was doing it, and I didn't do it in that moment in which I should have. I should have took everything out of the boxes first, and then started taking the wall out. But I wanted to show, hey, look, you could just knock this wall out, and the center wall would fall. I got so focused on that I forgot about this. And then, again, that's how you know people are real with you, that the people are willing to come up and say, you know what, I made a mistake, right? And so when I make mistakes, I say I make a mistake. It's hard to do because you don't want to look like a fool. You don't want people to start bashing on you because you made a mistake. Oh, I can't believe you did that. Oh my God, you're so terrible. Why'd you do that? Oh my God, you just wasted our time and you wasted all the thing. And that's how it could have went, everybody. But not my team. My team's like, Kismet, don't worry about it, bro. That sucks. I've had that happen to me. No worries. I'm on it. So Alan goes out and he starts collecting a ton more loot. My rest of my members are like, you're right, Kismet. Let's work together. Let's go. Boom. And they went and got more loot as well. And they worked on getting our stuff back up again. So how do you know your true friends, everybody? Is when they do that. How do you know people that you like to be around that will let you make a mistake and not bash you for it every single time? And I would do the same for them. If they made a mistake, am I going to sit here and say, oh, I can't believe you made that mistake. Oh, you're so terrible of a person. I can't believe it. Right? I never do that at work. When people make mistakes, I say, hey, what's the problem? Oh, okay, you got something jammed in the processor? Well, here, I'll show you how to not get it jammed in the future. Right? Because bashing people for when they make mistakes in life never solves the problem. It makes them feel bad. It makes you feel a little bit better because now you can yell at them because they made a mistake. But believe me, it makes them feel terrible. They already feel terrible because they've made the mistake. And then you to bash them more. Have anybody ever had that happen to them? Put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you've ever made a mistake and a bunch of people just jump all over you for it, right? And it could be a simple mistake or a big mistake. It doesn't matter. And they just jump all over you because you've made this mistake in your life. And they don't give you the freedom to make a mistake. And they themselves have made stupid mistakes in their life. And you have not jumped on them, right? Oh, look at that. Yeah, tons of 2s in the chat. There you go. You guys know what it's like. And so I appreciate people who let you make mistakes. I appreciate people who are even keeled in the fact that they will say, you know what, Kismet, you're right. Let's work together. Let's just have a fun time. And that's what I'm all about, everybody. Again, I just tell it like it is. I just tell it straight. That's why I've come to tell you guys it straight today. And then that's why I tell it to my members straight as well. And if they don't agree, that's their choice. They're like, Kismet, you're totally wrong here. I'm going to go and I'm going to play somewhere else and whatever. Hey, more power to you, bro. If you don't think I'm being honest, if you don't think I'm coming from my heart, if you don't think that I'm being straightforward, then I don't want you to be around me anyway. Because if you think I'm a liar, I absolutely am not. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. It takes too much time and too much effort, and I am too damn old and sick. to deal with all of that drama. I don't want to deal with it, everybody. I really don't, but I do what I got to do. Hey, Johnny boy, what up? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks, everybody, for all that love in the chat. So, yes, that was my weekend, everybody, and that's why we're in just chatting right now. We're not playing any games. I hope she feels better soon. Thank you, Driving Overlord. I appreciate that. We think it might be a bone spur or something in her foot, so she has to go back and find out the x-rays and all of that. I was just got an x-ray myself. Now, I forgot to mention the other thing, which is my shoulder. Because my wife got COVID, I had to quarantine for 10 days, so I missed 2 of my physical therapies. Now, I've only signed up for 4. So I've missed for 2. And then this Friday, I was having so much issues, and I wasn't feeling well because I was pushing myself way too far. I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's just cancel it for right now, and then I'll come back to it later on. So I've been doing nothing with my shoulder. My shoulder's getting worse and worse now. It's getting more and more froze up. See, this arm, way back. This arm, that's as far as it goes, everybody. That's as far back as I can put my arm. Can you see me straightening? Yep. So I have what's known as frozen shoulder because I have actually torn inside there in a slip and slide accident. I'm not kidding. That's exactly how I tore it. I landed on it bad. I mean, I was running and I got on the thing and I spun and bam, landed right on there and tore the ligament inside the ball of my arm. So that is another pressure. I mean, how many more things you think that the universe could stack on top of me in a single day? Let's just keep stacking and stacking all the stuff on Kismet and see if he breaks. See if he breaks in half. It was a rough day. But there was a little glimmer of hope, everybody, when I finally got that food and the manager went above and beyond. And then we all had family time where we all sat. I mean, normally not my girls, they're a little busy now because they're teenagers, right? My oldest daughter's busy, doing her stuff and my kids. But we all just sat down and we had the greatest time in that one little moment for 10, 15 minutes while we were eating. And then everybody had to go back to doing their stuff, right? Getting ready for bed and doing all of the stuff. But there was a little 15 minutes there that life was good. Just for those a little bit of time, and then you can forget about all that other tragedies that you had in your day. Okay, what games are we currently playing? We're going to play some 76. And then, I'll see all these games behind me, by the way. I get a question all the time. Kismet, have you played Hearthstone? Yep, right there. See, it's on the list. Anything that you see behind me here is a game I've played on stream. This is a really good game coming up here. Look at this. My Time at Porta. Oh, really, really good game. We played that on stream as well. World of Warcraft Classic, we played that as well. Anything you see behind me, I spent, oh my God, I don't know how many hours, just a crazy ton of hours, going back and looking, because I have a spreadsheet of every game I play and what day I played it on and what the name of the stream was called and all of that, because I put all my streams up on YouTube. So I got to track all that information and then put it in my YouTube things when I upload them. And so on. And also, if I'm looking for a video, I can go back and find it if I want to make a highlight or a clip or something like that. I have literally thousands of them. Thousands of entries in my spreadsheet. And I do it every single year. So every, 2020 has its own spreadsheet, and then 2021. I also track all the giveaways that I do, what they were for, where I got them from, who won them, on what date did I send it to them, and how did I send it to them? Did I send it via Twitch Whisper or Discord and all that? I'm very organized, thanks to my wife. My wife's very organized. I'm a messy artist, everybody. I give my wife totally credit for, getting me on the right track and learning to better organize myself over all these 29 years we've been together. So yeah, we did that, and then at the end of the day, everybody, I said, screw it. I'm not doing any taxes. I'm not working on any videos. I'm not doing nothing. I've had enough. That's as much as I can take for a single day. So me and my wife, which we rarely ever do anymore because we're so busy doing other things and I'm streaming and she's doing stuff. We sat and we started watching The Big Bang Theory again from number 1. So we watched 4 episodes of The Big Bang Theory and we did nothing else. We had our moose pie or moose cake from Olive Garden, and we just sat there and my kids went and took care of themselves and they did their stuff. And just me and my wife sat there, watched a few episodes for a couple hours. And that was it. I was exhausted. I could do no more. I could push myself to no more end. And that was it. I went to sleep. And then I woke up today And now it's time to do today. And so I just wanted to give you guys the lowdown, to take a little moment to do some just chatting, and so on. And very rarely do I do just chatting for this long. God, how long was this? I don't know. I have to look up here. It is, oh my God, holy mackerel, it's been an hour. It's been an hour. Normally I'd talk to the stream for about 5-10 minutes at the top of the stream, but I thought, well, this is going to take at least 30 minutes, so I put it in just chatting. I have no sense of time, everybody. I have a terrible sense of time. If I think something's going to last 30 minutes, it's usually 3 times as long like it is now. But that gives you an overview. I'm no longer going to talk about it anymore. I will talk about it individually. If any members have any further questions, they're welcome to buzz me on Discord at any time. I'll be happy to jump in voice or to talk to them via whisper about this particular issue. But I talk about stuff once, and then I feel like, I've said everything I need to say, and then I move on, right? Now, we're going to play some games up in here, everybody, because this is actually a gaming stream, but actually kind of a mixture. It's kind of a mixture of just chatting, gaming, and also art stream. So a little mixture of all of those things. Now, we're going to play some Fallout 76 with my crew, and I appreciate them being nice and patient because they're waiting for me. We've got Fallout 76 ready to rock. We've also got, right over here, some Stream Raiders. So I know a lot of you are waiting to do battles as well. And for being very, very patient, everybody, I'm going to give you 1,000 Kids Caps and 1,000 more for being very patient and basically letting me vent a little bit. Let me talk a little bit about what's going on in my real life and talking about the heartbreak of being a guild leader and having to make those tough choices. So hopefully you all had a way better Valentine's Day and way better weekend and week than the stressful week that I've had this week. But what I'll do is I'll go on from here, everybody, and I'll remind people to be in Discord, and I'll remind people, hey, do we want to work together? Do we want to continue to play New World? And the second my members say, nah, we're done with New World, we want to go play something else. Like, I see there's a bunch of new games, too. There's, like, Lost Ark. what's all these new MMOs that are out, everybody? Let me know in the chat. And I've been getting questions about those. Kismet, are you going to play Lost Ark? Kismet, are you going to play the other one? One of them's like a Diablo clone, and then one of them's like a big MMO that people are playing. I don't chase views, everybody. Some people chase views. Those are the big streamers, like whatever the latest, greatest thing is. By the way, they get paid to play those games, just so you know. And some of them get paid a lot, too. They get paid like 10 grand to go play Lost Ark or go play this other thing. So they're going to have a little bit of what I call, on the side of them. Like Greg's Zappa, I forget which one it is, Lost Ark or another game, that they're talking about it's pay to win, right? Because I watch videos as well about the gaming industry, what's going on with Twitch, and I love some Twitch fails every now and again as well, because I've been on Twitch fails a bunch of times, which I'm just checking to see if I'm on it, everybody. This might be on it, this one right here. So yes, we're going to be doing all of this stuff right over here, everybody. So let me go ahead and get it. Lost Ark is free to play, but has microtransactions. Yeah. And the big question is, what is pay to win? What is pay to win? Well, it's going to be different to each person, right? But my definition is if it helps you progress, if it gives you boosts, if it allows you to be stronger than someone else who is not paying it, then that's pay to win. And that's the way it is, right? That's the way I feel it is. And that's the way most of my members feel it is. You know why? Lord of the Rings Online. Lord of the Rings Online, one of my favorite games of all time. Incredibly fantastic. I have 2 lifetime accounts to Lord of the Rings Online. The base game, incredible. Mines of Moria, one of the greatest expansions in any game ever. Lots of content, lots of incredibly great fun, and so on. Let me log into the game here while I'm talking, otherwise it'll boot me. There we go. We'll get started. And so on. Fantastic thing. So what they did at some point, they got bought out by Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers said, you know what? Let's try to squeeze every bit of pennies out of every one of our players. And so they added this cash shop. And at first they said, hey, we're not going to add any things in there. We're not going to, make it pay to win. We're just going to put in cosmetics, so you can help support the game. I'm like, hey, I'm down. I'll buy a bunch of cosmetics. I love supporting great games. Well, 2 weeks later, exact 360-degree turn. We're going to put in boosts. We're going to put in things that make you go faster, that you can skip content, and make you stronger than everybody else if you've got this. If you've got money, you can be better and faster and stronger than the average Joe who doesn't have that money, right? And so I'm like, uh-oh. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to sell you the achievements of all these other people. like me and my guild, right? We've gone off and we've done the hardest content in the game because that's what we love to do. And I love to play in the hardest mode in games as well. So we're going to run off and we're going to spend 6 months working on this unique achievement, so only we and a few others have this achievement. We have the special mount, or we have the special achievement that very, very hard to get, so we can put that on our list of, hey, look, we did this thing, right? Because that's part of what you do in games, right? Not only is the discovery, interaction, but also those achievements and doing those things at the highest of highest levels, right? And so what they did is they said, no, we're not going to do that. Never mind, we are going to do that. And so they put all of those items that took all the other people 6 months, like mounts and things like that, they put that in the cash shop as well. And holy crap, did I have to listen to that in my ear for a long time. Oh my God, that was another heartbreaking moment. Is when they totally went pay to win, everybody. I'm sorry, it's the truth. If they don't want to admit that that's what they did, they're totally wrong. But they went pay to win because they wanted to make that money, because they watched that seminar about how to turn your game into monetizing your game. There's like this There's like this seminar that's like infamous now. Telling all the game companies on how to make money in their game and how to, appeal to the different types of people, whether they're an explorer or whether they're a thing, whether the type of gameplay they like to do and how to eke some more money out of them, right? How to get another $1, another $2 or whatever. Very nefarious, everybody, I think. A very scummy monetization, as I call it. And this is something I warned New World about. I said, if you go scummy monetization, I am instantly leaving your game. Me and my entire guild are out. If you go scummy monetization, if you start adding boosts and quick travels and all of that stuff, and I can pay to get more Azoth, and the next guy can't, and thus it gives me the advantage because I can get there faster, and I can get from here to there faster, and I can do this faster, and now I'm stronger because I got a boost and all of that stuff. Great example, the WoW token. Totally pay to win, everybody. You can take that WoW token, you go ahead and say, hey, so-and-so, I need to be boosted and ran through this instance so I can get this high-level gear. And I'm going to pay you to do it by giving you this WoW token. I've played WoW since Classic or Vanilla, and I can tell you I know exactly what that WoW token is all about. So people buy the WoW token, and then they can pay to get progression. And if you can pay to get progression, even if a game is free, that's still pay to win. I don't care whether it's a mobile game or a PC game. Now on mobile, I have a little bit more slide for mobile, right? Mobile is like your casual player, your mama, your papa, your grandpa, your grandma, those type of people, or just people who are playing a bit more casual than like in an MMO. An MMO is a serious thing, everybody. It's a serious gameplay where people are spending hundreds to sometimes thousands of hours in the game to get that progression. And if they don't have enough money to keep up with so-and-so, another great example is the Star Wars game in which you had to, spend 100,000 hours in game to unlock Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader. And then when you unlocked them, you were like OP versus everybody else. Or if you spend some money, you could just unlock them. And now you are OP right from the very beginning. Just go ahead and chill down that $100. And remember, you paid $60 for the game. And now you're paying another $100 so that you can be the number one at the game. Now you spend $160 on that game, everybody. If you don't know how much you're spending on your game, go ahead and take a look at your credit card. Take a look. Take a look on there. Is it 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000? There's some people spend $10,000 on some sports games, everybody. Now, I find this is the ruining of gaming. You got to make a profit in business. But you don't have to make a scummy profit. You don't have to be a scumbag about it. You don't have to basically turn your game into gambling. Like, this is a little gambling right here, right? I do a little gambling there. But that's not giving me any game advantage other than some luck, which I could actually walk over here and just get luck from my other thing over there, or I could use a potion or whatever. It's not like all of a sudden this is giving me like a 50% boost in the game. It's not like it's a thing. And this game's not really an MMO. It's an RPG, by the way. And it's not giving me a huge advantage in the game, right? And I'm not paying for that thing, right? That thing was part of an event, and I earned it as part of the event as well. So that gives you the general idea. So when I see that, it's riding that line. So if if you don't have a problem with that, more power to you. But me, that's where I draw the line, and I feel like it's a personal choice. If you add the ability for people to buy and progress faster and skip content and be stronger and have better gear and all of that stuff, because you're going to be able to get into groups easier in MMOs because you got better gear, right? That's the first thing a leader like me does is look at your gear score. Look at your gear score, what kind of gear you have, what you're going to do, especially like in WoW, right? You're running a raid and you got to have a certain gear. Same thing in Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you got to have a certain gear score to play that content. Same thing in New World, by the way. Same thing in New World. Now with the new content, mutations, whatnot, you have to have a certain gear score level. And so if you don't have that gear score level, you know what you're going to do? You're going to tear the rest of the group down and most likely wipe the group because you can't take the damage, right? And so that's a huge factor. So if you can pay to have that faster than everybody else, you're going to be able to get into groups better. You're going to have an advantage over everybody else. You're going to be level faster. You're going to be stronger, and so on and so forth, because you paid to win and everybody else is grinding because they don't got the money. I feel it definitely gives them an unfair advantage. It's just like in life, everybody. I'm sorry to tell you, people who are rich got an advantage over you. You know why? Because they can buy a house and they can buy a whole bunch of stuff because they've got more money. It gives them an advantage. And that's how they pay to win, right? Are they going to get the job if they look more successful and more, if they got the $1,000 suit on and they look more successful and they've had more success in their life? Are they going to get the job versus someone who maybe had a tough time, that maybe had bad luck in their life? They had a lot of bad things go not their way, and now they're trying to get that dream job, but so-and-so has already got that money and so-and-so already had that success. Who do you think they're going to pick? Most of the time, they're going to pick the successful person because they're already successful, and so they're not going to take a risk. I like to take risks, everybody. I like to take risks on people. I don't hire people solely on their resume. I don't hire people solely on their past. I look at what they are as a person and whether they're motivated to do what they want to do, and if they love to do what they love to do, right? If they love to do it, then that's guy who gives you a huge advantage over so-and-so who might be the top at what they do in the world, but they're an a-hole. I never hired those people, everybody. They're just exhausting. They're exhausting to be around. They're exhausting to deal with because they got to brag about how they're so good and how much better they are than everybody else and all of that. And then all the rest of the team members feel pissed off because this person is an a-hole and so on. And it's just nothing but a nightmare, everybody. It's totally not worth it. I'm telling you now. It's totally not worth it. Same thing with being in a game, a gamer group, right? If people feel like they're superior to everybody else in gaming, then that's a red flag. Absolutely. Okay, now let me get out of just chatting, and we'll go ahead and start by doing a battle. Let's go. All right, now let me get back into Fallout 76 here because we are actually going to play some games today. Fallout 76, right there. Heartbreaking, everybody. Heartbreaking. Rough week, rough weekend, rough Valentine's Day. But all you can do in life, everybody, again, do what comes from your heart. Do the best you can do. And then roll on with your life because things are going to still be tough. Wait, I did not go to the... What the heck happened there? Okay, swapped to the wrong thing. I pressed the wrong button. That's what I did. All right, let's try that again. There we go. All right, now I'm in the right thing. I don't know what... Sometimes, I don't know, it has a mind of its own. All right, Wombat, here we go. And no sound. There we go. All right, reset the sound. Thank you, Wombat, for the 15 months of sub love. Thanks for coming in and showing that love. Appreciate it big time. Thank you to the Taurus DDK, who's a dragon. Thank you, Notorious DDK, for that massive $100 donation. I love the stream, kids. Hope this helps make today better. Thank you very much. I will take those funds and reinvest them into the stream in the form of giveaways and other fun stuff like that. I greatly appreciate it. I draw no money from the stream. That's not going to help pay for my car payment, everybody, or my repair of my thing. Me and my wife try to figure a way. We take it away from here and we put it over there. We try to save and pinch our pennies and whatnot. Now, one day, of course, I'd love for the stream to pay for itself, but right now it's a losing exercise, and I just use every penny to keep it going, and I just do the best I can do every day. But just know that this is the reason I'm still alive. The reason why also I'm a Twitch partner, by the way, is all of you guys as well. I'm wearing my Twitch partner shirt today to, give me a little bit of boost. I need a little bit of self-love today, everybody. A little bit of, hey, even though you were disabled and 45 years old and all of that, you went on to become a Twitch partner by sheer force of will. And of course, a lot of outpouring of love of all of you guys, including right here, bam, break some stuff coming in with the 8 months of self-love. 7 months, actually, it's 8 months. On my end, it says 8 months. So thank you very much for coming in, showing that love today, everybody, and kind of listening through my little just chatting segment there to try to get my day started a little bit better and try to talk a bit about why I make the choices I make. All right, let's go ahead and spin to win right over here. Let's say, bum, 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 bum. No luck today. Now, if you might notice that I revamped my camp over here, but I got totally obsessed with my camp, and I think it turned out amazing. It's even better than the camp I had before, which is very similar to it, but now this one's much more open and much more accessible, I think. Hey, Dragon Overlord, much love, bro. What up? Much love, much love. I just try to spread the love and joy in this channel, everybody. I try to do it as much as I can, but sometimes you got to make tough choices. And again, it's very heartbreaking, but you just do what you can, right? You do the best that you can do, and some people will understand and some people won't. And that's on them, everybody. I can't tell them how to be. They're going to be who they are. Our lunchboxes in the Atom Shop pay to win. I would say yes. I would say yes, they are, and they're right on that edge, though. They're on that edge of this stuff down here, this utility stuff. This does give you an advantage, these lunchboxes and all of this other stuff. This absolutely is. Now, do I think it has a huge effect on the game? Not really. But, I mean, does your scrap thing and repair kits have a huge effect? Not really. You can go do the Scorch Beast Queen 1,000 times. And I got so many of those things. I got like a bazillion of them. Anyway, Care Weight Booster. You can usually get those as a drop from events and other things like that. But the lunchboxes are pretty pay to win. And I've never bought any lunchboxes or any of the scrap kit stuff or whatnot. But it's not totally egregious, right? It's not like I can buy power armor in there. I can buy power armor skins, but I can't buy power armor. I can't buy something that gives me an XP boost. I can't buy something that jumps me to level 50. I can't buy something that says, hey, you don't even need to level the whole entire beginning of the game. You can just jump to the end of the game and do that, which is terrible to do, by the way. You don't really want to do that because then you haven't learned to play your character. You haven't learned the mechanics of the game. So when you get in a group with my crew and you don't know how to play your character, even though your character is like level 80 and they've got the best gear in the game, and somehow you don't know how to tank, that's a dead giveaway that people have bought that account. It's so obvious to everyone that you've bought that account, or if you don't know how to play, that you've bought boosters and you've bought all of that stuff. It's a dead giveaway every time. And then when people go, oh, nope, boom, they boot that person out of their group because they know they're just going to cause them to wipe over and over again and whatnot. I suggest to take your time, enjoy the leveling journey, and learn how to play and master your character. And then when you get to the high end, then you can have lots of fun instead of being frustrated by the fact that you're constantly wiping and whatnot, and you're not working your skills and learning your skill rotation and whatnot. But then again, it's your life, it's your money, you do whatever you want with it. I'm not taking your choice. If you want to buy a bunch of stuff, you want to play a game that's pay to win, I ain't your papa. I ain't here to tell you to do or not do. I just tell you from my point of view, and then all the rest of it is up to you. Those are your life choices. Those are all on you. Those have nothing to do with me. Just like I don't like people to tell me what I should be doing, because I'm of the age where I answer to no one. I have already been through some serious medical issues that I've been dodging the Reaper. I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my life, as I'm sure a lot of you have, and a lot of you still are probably going through, like me. And you just try to do your best every day. And that's what I try to do. I try to get up and try to do my best. But some days, like on Monday, I swear to God, I shouldn't have got out of bed. I should have just stayed in bed and laid there all day. But I hate doing that. I feel like then at the end of the day, I feel like, oh God, I wasted that entire day. Who knows how many minutes I have left in my life, everybody. There we go. Oh, look at this. Mystical Mass Bundle. Speaking of pay to win. Instead of doing the s.p.e.c.i.a.l, you can just buy the mass. All right, that's a little pay to win there, everybody. But then again, it's just cosmetic. It's not like it's giving you a boost in the game. Let's call that not pay to win. That's a not pay to win. But I mean, if you're trying to get the stuff and you've gotten the stuff and it's a unique item only to that particular event, and you've gotten and you spent all your time, hours and hours and hours collecting those, and now you got those and you feel like you've got these unique items, and now they've taken them and they put them in the cash shop, then you feel like, oh my God, someone is selling your achievements. That's that moment, everybody. That's the moment in which they start selling other people's achievements. And I would say that's riding that line. Between pay to win, you're like, oh, I don't have enough time to run the s.p.e.c.i.a.l. I'm just gonna buy the things, right? I would say don't do this. Don't do that. That's pushing the edge. Pushing the edge a little too far. And a lot of other people are going to feel bad about it now, too. A lot of people who spend all that time. I don't spend the time doing those events, everybody. They take way too much time. I have to wait every hour on the hour, so I have to sit here for 6 to 7 hours and try to hit that s.p.e.c.i.a.l every hour. And a lot of people spend that time. They spend a lot of time and effort doing that. Ems, oh, are you in here? Oh, what up, Ems? Oh, hey, welcome. Big love. Again, thanks to my crew who's been waiting for me all this time. I'm going to go up and show some love to TARDIS right now. Turn that off. Hey, TARDIS, sorry for the delay, man. Much love. Appreciate you. I had to, talk a little bit to the stream. Helped me feel a little better. Some days, it's a struggle to get out of bed. It's a struggle to want to do it. By the way, this is why a lot of guild members or guild leaders quit leading guilds. Is because of all this drama. They say, you know what? This is just too heartbreaking. It's just too much of my time to put in to all of this effort and time I'm putting in to keep the guild going and doing all of this stuff. That's it. I quit. Screw this. I'm out of here. Right? That's why so many guilds break up. Because they start soloing. They start going their separate ways and they're not interacting and playing with each other and having fun with each other. They're too busy doing their own other things. And it's not like I'm saying every minute of every day, everybody. I feel like, a couple events a week is not really that much. Maybe an hour here, an hour there, a couple hours maybe in a week. It's not like I'm saying you got to raid for 15 hours a day. It's not like I'm saying you have to be constantly doing stuff for the guild every minute of every day. But if you're playing for 30, 40, 50, 60 hours in a week, and you don't spend any time with members, then that's going to be a huge red flag. A huge, huge red flag. Because other members are going to come to me and say, hey, so-and-so is not spending any time with the guild. I tried to contact so-and-so, and they didn't get back to me. And so on and so forth. You get the general idea as well. Big love, TARDIS. Big love. Okay. Oh, before I forget, let's go ahead and also do a battle. Hold on. Let's go. I've already forgotten, but now I've remembered. Let's go. To battle! All right, everybody, time to go to battle. Let's do it. We are ready to do some more stream raiders. How much time we got left on this thing? We better hurry up. I think we don't got much time left on this event. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Right over here. What am I doing? I'm doing my... I'm going to be off today, everybody. I'm going to be a little bummed out. I'm not going to be probably as energetic as I normally am. I am totally bummed out today. I've had a rough weekend. I'm just going to, and the reason why a lot of people play games in the first place, everybody, it's like an escape, right? So it's like you're, watching TV or you're on your phone playing a game or you're playing a game online. It's an escape from all that reality, which is constantly, pushing down on your emotions every single day. That's what it's all about usually. But hey, that's all I'm going to talk about it. Now again, if any members are watching, you have any further questions or feedback or Kismet, hey, is this okay and whatnot, you can always contact me on the Discord. I'll get right back to you and we can talk it out for sure. There we go. Let's see. Are the Atom versions tradable like event ones were? I don't know. I would think so. But I don't know. I've never bought those. I didn't like people at the event. You see someone put on the new rare one, and everybody would rush over to them and try bargaining and trade for it. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think that's an awesome moment when you've done that achievement, and that's what games are about. That's what games are about. Doing those achievements. Those achievements are an important part of games. I love achievements. I like to get 100% achievements in most games if I have the time. That's what I love doing. Getting those achievements that only come from putting a lot of time and effort into it. Just like in life, everybody, you get that thing, right? When you're the best at what you do, like me, I've been a graphic designer, I've worked for the top companies in the world. When you've done every type of design, like me, you've done t-shirts, you've done billboards, comic books, you've done everything, even all the cereal boxes, the little things you see in the store for shampoo and all of that stuff, the little star scrolls, magazines, little booklets and things like that. I've done all of those things and a whole lot more. I can go on and on about hundreds of thousands of projects in my career, and absolutely got 100% achievement in everything that you could possibly do in there because I loved it, passion for it, existed for it every single day. But I don't do graphic design for other people anymore, just so you know. I'm focused on this, and I'm focused on my family, and I'm focused on my health, and also my guild. So I have to focus, or I don't have enough time for those things, and all of those things get neglected. So I don't want to neglect those things. No, they're different colors than you can get in the game. Oh, they're different colors than you can get in the game. Okay, that's good. That's good, Flux. Okay. That's good to know that they're not exactly the same, but they're still the same mass, though. Again, still riding that line. Kids, I got a problem with Discord. It's just like a loading screen. Oh, now again, if you have any technical problems, you let me know. As well, we'll be happy to help you. I got a bunch of brilliant people who are actually more smarter than me in the guild that can help you, but I'll try to help you. Probably the thing that you want to do first is to check, and this is something, whenever it stops working right, this Discord, the first thing I check and see if it's loading in administrative mode. What I would do is I'd right-click on it. Sorry, but I'll take a minute to help my member, and then we'll come back and we'll do a game here in a second. You can start putting your units down while we're waiting. And again, you can find the link in the chat. Find me or Captain Kismet. Put your things down. We're going to play a bunch of battles today as well. You can see all the people starting to put their units down over there. You put out one every 5 minutes. So you go to Discord. You find it on your desktop if you have a desktop icon. And then what you do is you right-click on it. Let me make sure I know what it actually says here. You right-click on it, and there's a function that says Run as Administrator. That's what I would do, Ems. I would quit out of Discord, and then I'd find the little icon that you might have on your desktop, or you can find it in your computer. You right-click, Run as Administrator, and see if that solves the problem. If that doesn't solve the problem, then you might have a problem with Discord itself. It might got corrupted or ruined or something like that. The next thing I would do is uninstall Discord. And then I would reinstall it. Now, the problem is I'm not sure if Discord's going to forget all of your preferences and all of your Discords you're on. So you might want to look at all of your Discords and whatnot just as a backup. And make sure to get a link for each one and try to figure out what each ones are in case something gets screwed up. Now, remember, don't blame me. I don't make the software, everybody. It's not my fault if Discord isn't working. But you can go ahead and try to run it as administrator and see if that helps. You can even go into your properties and actually tell it to run as administrator every single time. I've done that with my Discord, and it still gets screwed up. Sometimes I'm pressing the button and no one can hear me on Discord. That's because I have OBS as the primary forward application, because I have my Discord on my other computer. That's why I use a foot pedal, because it's on my other computer. Otherwise, I have to reach over and hit the option key every single. There you go. There it is. I heard you. I heard you pop on Discord. Yes, success. Kismet with another problem-solving moment. There you go. There you are. There you go. See? I've done that hundreds of thousands of times, everybody. My highest priority is always my members. I always try to help them in every way that I can. So there you go, Ems. Hey, good to see you, Ems. Come and join us. We're going to get started here very, very late into here, and we're also going to run really far into Astroneer. I've been streaming much longer now, though, so we'll have some time for Astroneer later, too. So, yeah, but right now we want to get into it. All right, now I always prioritize whoever is on the Discord first. But if I see that you're in, I'll get you in as well. Now, because I'm starting late, some of my other members most likely had to go off and do their stuff. They had to go off to work or whatever it is. So I'm going to go ahead and invite everybody in here. Okay. Or scroll down. There we go. Try to get Dragon Overlord. Let's invite them in. There we go. Now, I think I'm probably just going to forego all my daily stuff that I do and probably do that at the end so that we can get started. The one thing I do need to do, though, is I need to make sure that I'm in the crafting set.
I hear it's never too
over
late
here.
To start saving.
I need to make sure I'm in the crafting set and then I repair my weapons. Otherwise, 5 seconds after we go running around somewhere, my weapon's going to get broken. Oh, I'm in the wrong screen. My bad. Let's get back to it. And M's having my back again. Whenever I screw up, everybody, you guys benefit. Here's 1,000 caps. Man, you guys are making out like a bandit. I screw up all the time. Thank you very much for using that sub command and letting me know that I was in the wrong screen. I do it all the time, everybody. I'm a little not all there up there anymore. And sometimes I get on to the next thing and I forget what I'm doing and I screw stuff up and I fall behind and I can't spell anymore and I can't make complete sentences anymore. And these are the struggles I work with every day. And I appreciate you guys having my back and letting me know when I am in the wrong screen. And that's what I try to let everybody know. I let my mods know that that's conditions that I have. I try to let my members know that I'm not as reliable as I once was. Sometimes I might miss a meeting. I might be late for a meeting because of my conditions, or maybe I push myself too far and whatnot. And usually my members are like, don't worry about it, Kismet, we got you back, bro. And those are the people I appreciate. And then I do the same for them. If they're like, hey, Kismet, I had to go to this business function and I wasn't able to make the meeting or whatever. I'm saying, no problem. Hey, well, if you want to talk about it later, let me know. Let's get on Discord. We can talk and I'll fill you in on what we talked about and what we were doing as well. And again, I appreciate all of my members who understand that sometimes I have to make tough decisions as well. Again, it doesn't. Just because I know the decision was the right decision doesn't make me feel any better. It doesn't make you feel better about making those tough choices, everybody. You still feel bad about it. You feel sad that you couldn't have worked it out and something could have came from it, right? That you could have solved that problem in some way and the person wanted to interact and, say, oh, you know what, Kevin, I changed my mind. I do want to be part of the team and I want to, battle. We'll have a fun time. We'll do the whole thing. Those are the dreams you get in your head, but that's usually not the reality. It's not the reality of what's going to happen. It's usually it usually ends up in the poor side, in the tough decision side. I find, which is too bad. But sometimes it works out. Sometimes you have a member and they do something crazy, and you say, "Yo, hey, whoa, man, you went off. You go crazy here." So, oh, sorry, kid, man, I got drunk and I started doing dumb stuff on the guild, and I started attacking guild members, and I was telling them off and all that stuff. But I was drunk at the time, and I made this mistake. It's my bad. I won't do that again. And I'll go, And then, see, now you got a tough decision, everybody. Are they going to do it again, or are they not going to do it again? Dude, what do you think the chance? Have they done great things for members? Have they been a great member? Am I gonna give people who have been a great member more time and more benefit of the doubt versus a member who just came in and then did it on day one? Absolutely. Absolutely. The longer you're in the guild, the longer time that I give you to make up your mind. Like for her, I gave her a week and then was going to give her another week all the way till next Friday to make up her mind and decide whether she wanted to play with our team or she wanted to go off and do stuff with other people. And that was the ultimate issue. Those are the issues that you have to struggle with as a guild leader. And so on. Okay. So now my issue is, let's play some games. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's play some games up in here. Games. Yeah, you can 30 minutes. Let's see. I'm new to Stream Raider. Sorry, guys. Oh, never be sorry. Were you asking a question, D? What do you need? Oh, thank you. What is Kids Caps? I'm still new here, says the D. Oh, fantastic question. The D, and for asking a fantastic question, which I think most people answered in the chat for you, but just in case there's anybody else who has the same question, Kids Caps, which I'll give you another 1,000 for asking fantastic questions, is what we use for contests and giveaways. And I literally give away thousands of dollars worth of free stuff thanks to my awesome sponsors like Bethesda Gear, and all these people who say, Kismet, we love what you do. We know you're not the biggest, greatest streamer in the world, but we love your stream. We love what you're all about. We love that you want to bring a little joy and happiness into the world with the Kismet Love Train. We got your back anyway. Even if you're not, on the homepage every day, even if you don't have 10,000 people in your channel every day and whatnot, we still got your back. And those are the people who really have your back. They have your back from the beginning, before you're really successful, and not after you're successful, right? All the people who come to you after you're successful, those are people who only want to profit off your success. The people who were there beforehand, like Elgato, like Blue, like all the other sponsors you can see down in my panels down there, those are the people there that were there before your success. Now, I'm already somewhat successful. I'm a Twitch partner and whatnot, and I've worked very hard on that. Sometimes 60 or 100 hours. Some people are off playing games for 60 and 100 hours. I'm working on the stream for 60 or 100 hours every week. And that's why I'm not off playing the game all the time, everybody, is because I have to do all these other things. And these things I want to do. I want to make my stream more awesome, where I can suddenly move my stream around dynamically and then move it all back again. That's awesome. But that takes hundreds of hours of trying to learn how to do the thing, right? How do I make that move from here to here? How do I do this and that and the other thing, right? And doing the thing is way different than figuring out how to do the thing. Figuring out how to do the thing is the thing that takes you 6, 7 hours. And then you do the thing, which takes you 10, 15 minutes. And thus is the world of graphic design and technology, video editing, and a whole host of other stuff as well. All right. So what do we want to do first? Let's see. Complete the s.p.e.c.i.a.l thing. What? They extended that? Why is that still a thing? Why is that still a thing in my weekly challenge? Did they bring... Oh, that's up again. All right. What time is it? Oh, is it s.p.e.c.i.a.l time? Or is s.p.e.c.i.a.l over? Do we still have a thing for an event that's over? It's going to start up in 1 minute. Okay, so instead of doing daily op, let's wait for some s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Let's do all the things that I need to do. Okay, I need to go ahead and for working in team. Get that going. We need to go ahead and make this into a public group. We need to put it on intelligence. All right. All right, everybody. Let's start the day by doing some s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Let's go do that so I can forget all my troubles for a little while. Let's go do that. All right. Let's forget all the troubles about getting my wife's car repaired somehow, about my wife being ill, about booting people from the guild and trying to, do the right thing, even though it's incredibly painful, and so on and so forth. Let's just play some games. And again, I give people who have been in the guild and been doing great stuff for the guild a lot more time than people have not. Right, I give them the benefit of the doubt. I give them more time to respond and see if I can turn the situation around. But if not, the rules apply to everyone, to each and every person in the guild, because they apply to everyone or they apply to no one. That's basically how it is, and it's not fair to one person get to do whatever they want and the other person have to follow the rules of the guild. That's not fair. It's absolutely not fair to the rest of the members. I don't need anything. Thank you. I'm just new here, trying to learn. Hey, no worries, the D. There's never a dumb question in my stream. I feel like the dumbest question you could possibly ask is the question you don't ask. I ask a lot of dumb questions and do a lot of dumb stuff in my stream all the time. In fact, that's part of my charm. That I'm always doing dumb stuff. s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Oh, we got a s.p.e.c.i.a.l biddy. Well, thank you. Break some stuff. Thanks for bringing that biddy in. Tip of the hat to you. All right. Blah-de-blah-de-blah-blah. Let's get these guys going. What are we doing in here? Click the button, flip the switches. What are we doing? Oh, we got to get the stuff. Wait, don't I have the stuff from last time?
Decorations have a rating of 0. 3 to 5.
That's a funny noise.
Lanterns were meant to bulb.
I think I already turned those in last time. Donate intestines from animals at the butcher's cooler. Okay. You can see that they already did the event before. Oh, what do we got here? That's spoiled food. Okay, it's Fasnacht time, everybody. Let's go. We got to get some intestines from animals and then put them in the butcher cooler.
I do hope you'll
That
enjoy
seems like a weird mission. Does that seem like a weird mission to anybody else? Is that you got to slaughter a bunch of animals and put it in there? That seems odd to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just my state of mind today. Maybe normally that wouldn't be a weird thing. But it seems weird to me today. Bag of spoiled food. Yum, yum, right? All right, I don't see any animals. Oh, someone put some in there. 7 of 12. Usually look for these frogs. Find the Protectron thing. Oh, here comes some honeybees.
Tradition of executing function jam parentheses.
Where is the honeybees? Oh, some action going on out here. Oh, there's a squirrel. All right, getting it going on.
Supply is restored.
Yeah, I got Fasnachted last week, everybody. That's my new term for when you get disconnected and you lose out on an event. I call it Fasnachted. I did the whole Fasnacht event. I had to do 3 of them, right, to get the weekly. And so I was doing the first one, and I was playing through, and we got all the way to the end. I was literally standing right here at the end. All you had to do is kill the boss, and then you get credit. And right as I got to the end, boom, got kicked out of the game. This is 3 years in, everybody. I should not be getting kicked out of the game 3 or 4 years in to the game. That should not be happening anymore to players. You should have had that fixed by now. Oh, everybody got it. All right, prepare for it to begin. So basically I lost out on the event. I spent 20 minutes doing the event, and I basically didn't get credit for it. Lost 20 minutes, the precious 20 minutes of my time that I'm playing the game, I lost out on. So now I call it getting Fasnachted.
Has arrived at the designated
The bees remind me of the scene from Tommy Boy. I haven't seen that movie in a while. I have to watch that movie again. I don't even remember that scene. Man, incredibly, another person who's gone too soon, everybody. Chris Farley, incredibly great. But, you know, that fame and success, you know, cost him his life, right? Cost him his life because of drugs and alcohol and all of that. So sad, everybody. Sad when you have success and you have all these things that everybody wishes for, and yet you're still miserable. It tells you that those things do not make you happy. It tells you those things are only a partial thing that can make your situation better, but it's not going to make you happier. It'll make you less stressful because you don't have to worry about your bills and all of that stuff. That'd be nice. But you still got to live, even if you're the richest person in the world and whatnot. And that richest person in the world could be having lots of pressures and things that go on to them, and then they're drinking all the time, and they're just doing all of that, and then, you know, take too much drugs and die, right? No matter how rich you are in the world. Just look at how many people we've lost from that behavior. And you'd think it would steer other people. They look at them and say, oh my God, I don't want to end up like that. Nope. Still happens to them too, because they fall into the same trap as the other people fell into. That kind of cycle of self-destruction. Yep, you're trying to escape all that pressure, because everything comes with a cost. Success comes with a cost. You lose your anonymity. You can't walk into the grocery store and buy some bananas or fruit or whatever it is. Maybe some, you know, ding dongs or whatever. What else they call those things? Little snowballs, right? You've seen those snowballs? I think of candy, everybody, every time, because I'm a candyaholic, whatnot. And when they go in there and they buy something from the store, that's like front page news. So and so celebrity went in the store and they bought some ice cubes, right? Oh my God, it's like a huge, amazing thing that happened. Meanwhile, there's, you know, millions of other people who walk in there and buy ice cubes, and it's no big deal, right? I always find that stuff funny when they're doing mundane things and they're reporting on the mundane things that they do. They went and had dinner. They went and talked to so-and-so. They went to the gym. They went to all that because now they don't have any privacy anymore. They've given up their privacy because, well, they're a public figure, so I can, basically hide in the bushes and take pictures of them while they're sunbathing, right? That's creepy, creepy stuff. I feel like that stuff should become illegal. It should be illegal to stalk people when they are at their home and they're just sitting in their backyard reading a book and just relaxing. Now, when they're in a public place and they're doing stuff, then that's different. You shouldn't go to people's houses when they're a celebrity or whether they're just a normal person without knowing that person, without letting them know you're coming, right? That's like their church, their sanctuary. This is where they go to get away from everybody else, to have some downtime, so they have some time in which they can recharge their batteries to go out and do all the things they're trying to do in life. I do not like people to show up to my house for any reason if they don't call first. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's a lesson I learned long ago, because I didn't know that lesson either, everybody. I learned that lesson long ago. Do not show up to people's house unless you do it, because I didn't know it was rude. I didn't understand that that is a rude thing and that it actually affects their personal safety and privacy. Because I was a kid. What did I know, right? I was just a young, 18, 20-year-old kid. I didn't know anything like that. It's not like I went and was stalking celebrities, everybody, just to let you know. But I showed up unannounced to someone's house, and I didn't realize it, right? I was just driving around, goofing off with my friends. And I showed up, and they said, hey, I saw you drive by. And I'm like, oh, well, I wasn't going to your house. I was going and fooling around with my friends who live one block over from where you live. And they're like, well, don't come over my house unless you let me know. And I'm like, hey, I wasn't coming over your house, but hey, whatever. Sorry. Right? Because they probably got, hey, someone's driving by their house or whatever. I don't blame them at all, everybody. Someone drives by my house and does creepy stuff like that. I'm going to be freaked out about it also. And sometimes you learn the hard way. Wasn't my intention. I wasn't going to their house. I didn't know anything about it. It wasn't like an intentional, I'm going to go and do this thing, go show up at their house thing. Because I don't think that way. I don't think, hey, I'm going to go to their house and do whatever. I was just driving by, everybody, because they could tell, because I had the top down, and they could see me in the car, goofing off my friend when you're young, everybody, you're always doing stupid stuff. A friend of mine was chasing me, and then I darted down the side street, because he lives one street over, so I thought he was going to go over and go down that street, but no, he saw me turn and got behind me, so then, we were chasing in the car, everybody. Doing stupid stuff as children. There you go. There you go. I'm not even paying attention here, everybody. I can do nothing and still get credit for this event, everybody. I can just let everybody do the work and just stand here. And plus, my contributions to this event, when you got this many people, is next to nothing. I could barely shoot any mobs or anything like that. But you never know. I might be able to defend against a suicider here. I feel like this is the drawback of these events, is that once you get to a certain spot, a certain moment in the events, when you have a lot of people at the events, that they're just like, autopilot, right? A bunch of other people are going to do it. You can just stand around, whatnot, and just go, duh. I think it removes a bit of the excitement. The one that I really liked was the Mothman one, because you really need everybody to be working together, because there's so many mobs coming in, they're trying to destroy the stuff, and everybody needs to be defending them. And this one's kind of like that in this moment right now. When the suiciders start coming in, there's nobody shooting that one. I got that one, and I got that one. There we go. Great thing about a laser weapon is that it draws big attention to stuff. Everybody just looks where the lasers is going, and they're like, oh my god, there's something over there. Pew, pew, pew! Perfect timing. Nice job, Flux. I like that. Perfect timing. 1,000 caps. You guys are rolling in the caps today, everybody. Again, those are for our giveaways here in the stream, and for other contests as well, too. Sometimes I'm playing games, and we do like a guessing game. Like, okay, like Fallout Shelter is a great example. Hey, what's the next card going to be? What's the best card going to be? Is it going to be a person? Is it going to be an item? Remember that game we used to play all the time? Fallout Shelter. I really loved that. I thought that was really fun. I came up with that idea, everybody. It was really fun. Way back in the day. I was 7 years ago I came up with that.
Oh, exciting! Well,
I remember that back in the day.
In the spirit of the celebration, just a bit preemptive, so to speak. Here we go!
Here we go. Let's go. Let's hope we don't get DC'd. See, I'm a little afraid to participate, too, that I'm going to get DC'd again. Because I was in the middle of shooting some mobs when I got DC'd last time. So now I'm a little afraid to, at this point, to do anything. Because right at the end, I'm going to get kicked again, and then I'm going to spend 20 minutes. Well, actually, it's only 12 minutes so far on this one. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes, sometimes it takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes less time. It takes 15 minutes. Depends on how fast everybody collects the loot, how fast everybody does the thing, and usually how many people are part of that event as well. Your jobs are so bad. That's because you have a 10 to 20 second delay. Here, I'll let you practice some more, break some stuff. Let me put some super loot in there. Oh, I didn't fix that yet. Darn it, the super loot thing's still messed up. Just dawned on me. Super loot. Oh, no, it works now. I guess I did fix it. I reset it. It's working. Okay, now exclamation jump. Now, here's the thing. You got to wait 10 to 20 seconds because the stream is delayed depending on how fast your internet connection is and how Twitch feels that day. Now, I turned my delay to 0, everybody. I want my delay to be as low as possible, but that's not the case for everyone, and I know that because I'm also watching the stream over here, and I can see how much of delay I'm getting because I run it through my other computer to see the delay. But I have it turned down as low as possible. Oh, look, everybody's waiting for the boss mob to spawn. Oh, somewhere else. Cardis is saying it's over here. See, that's our legendary call. Didn't even get a shot in. Big love to TARDIS, though, for at least trying to tell me it was over here. Oh, I still got credit. Oh, I was there at least at the last second. Because TARDIS was hitting it, I got credit, and probably all my other members got credit, too. Big love to TARDIS on that one. Great job, TARDIS. Great job. Hey, great job calling us over at the last second there. I was about to miss that. Nice job, TARDIS. All right, big love, bro. Big love. All right, march with the Fasnacht parade. Got to get back over here so I get credit. Burn him! Burn him! It's part of the Fasnacht. We got to burn him. Burn that guy. Light the bonfire. I don't have to do nothing. I can just stand here. I can just stand here. Oh, some inspiring quotes in the chat. Your attitude is infectious. So much energy in the stream. My energy is a little diminished today, everybody. I had a rough weekend and I had a rough time. I'm feeling a bit bummed out. I'm just going to tell you the truth because that's who I am. I just tell it to you straight. I'm pretty bummed out. But I'm trying to re-energize myself, right? Try to re-energize myself to get all this stuff going. Killer streams are the best. You bring energy that makes it feel fast-paced and fun with an amazing, friendly community to share the stream with. Well, thank you to Fallen Knight and then also Galfrey Rises. Those are like random quotes that I have thousands of quotes, everybody. What I call inspiring quotes or kind things that people say here in the stream. And then they auto come up every now and again. Hey, Riverdog coming in with 45 months of sub love. Thanks so much, Riverdog, for your awesome, amazing support. That's awesome, my mod, everybody. Go show him some love over there. Am I not in mod chat? It just dawned on me that I'm probably not in mod chat. There we go. Yes, I'm in mod chat now in case you need to reach me. There we go. Thank you to Riverdog, who is one of my mods and one of my longest supporters here in the stream as well. Obviously, with 45 months, that is a long time, everybody. Appreciate the love. Okay, we didn't get Fasnacht that time, everybody. We actually got the thing. Okay, we got Fasnacht done. Fasnacht good. All right, we're off to a good start. No technical problems yet here in the stream. But we're going to get into it here in a bit. Let's get into it. And again, I'll probably cut the beginning of the stream up into a clip and then post it on my Discord for my members in case they want to know more detail of why I make the choices I make. And for some, it'll make the difference, and for some, they'll be so, I don't want to hear it, kind of stuff. And then the logic goes out the window. Everybody, when people they just do stuff based on emotion, and they don't see the reasons why. I spent all that time and effort trying to resolve the issue. They won't see it. They'll just emotionally say, "Kismet, I can't believe you did that. Screw you," and that'll be it. And then I'll just say, "Oh, well, sorry you feel that way. Much love to you. Good luck on your journey." And that'll be pretty much it. I do the best I can do, everybody. That's all you can ask of anyone. That's all I ask for my kids, wife, and friends, and family, and all of you. Just do the best you can do. Let's run a battle real quick, and then we'll do some more 76. To battle! You just joined Discord. Thank you, the D. Now, while you're over there on Discord, here's what I suggest you do. Check out those rules over there on the rules section, and then scroll down, click that check mark, and then you'll get a special title, Teamwork Tycoon. So if you have some cool builds, some things that happened to you in Fallout 76, or other things like that, we have different sections for different games where you can post them there. We also have a section that is Brighten Our Day. So you can go in if you got cool pet pics, your pet was doing something funny, got his tongue sticking out, or your cat is hanging from the curtains or something fun like that, feel free to put those in the pet section. You got a favorite meme? Throw that in the meme section. But you do have to click that green check mark under rules, otherwise you don't have access to post anything on those other sections. So I wanted to make sure that you know what the rules are and that it's clear to everybody what the rules are, so they don't go, "Kismet, I didn't know." Well, I'm trying to be as clear as possible. And then also, if you have a community build, maybe you built something really cool in Fallout 76 and you want to put it in there, or Minecraft. Doesn't matter what game it is, by the way. It doesn't just have to be the games that I'm playing. It could be any game. Any kind of cool build that you're very proud of, throw it in there. I'm sure me and a lot of all the other people, I have literally 1,000 people in my Discord, I'll want to see it as well. So feel free to post it on in there and interact with my community over there as well. Okay, so we got that done. We got that going. Let's get into our dailies. Okay, daily time. What do we got? Build a thing, daily op, do an event. That'll take care of itself. Hack a terminal, kill a creature, super mutant, level up, and mod a weapon. Oh, that's a unique one. Okay, mod a weapon. Let's make a weapon, and then let's mod it. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of my daily stuff, like make stuff in my camp and mod a weapon and all of that. For a little bit, just to get my dailies going. Now, what I do, everybody, is I try to log in 3 times a week and try to do my dailies on Tuesday and Wednesday. So just try to get those done as quick as possible. Then we move on to Astroneer or Satisfactory. And then on Thursdays, I go a bit longer with Fallout 76. And then we do events and other fun stuff like that. So my goal today, Tuesday, is just to get... Oh, I'm doing the wrong screen again. Oh, wait, no, I haven't started the battle. It's not that I'm on wrong screen. I haven't done the battle yet. I need to start the battle. By the way, when you use the wrong command, tell me what's wrong. Go exclamation wrong, space, and then what I forgot, like starting the battle. I'm not doing anything on the other screen right now, everybody. That's what I need to do. But right now, we need to do a battle. I'm just saying what I need to do in the thing. We haven't done anything yet. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I should have had the battle going while I was talking there. Again, I'm going to be a bit off today, everybody. Whenever, traumatic things happen, I'm even more off than I normally am. So just bear with me. I had a lot of traumatic stuff happen this weekend. It actually has been all week as well. My wife, at the beginning of the month, got COVID, or actually really at the end of January, and so on. So, been a struggle. A very big struggle to keep going in my day-to-day. And then I also see, every day I still have my medical issues I have to still deal with. So, it's a giant burden. It's actually more like a suffering. If I had to describe what I have to deal with every day, it's more like a daily suffering. And some of you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have disabilities. Maybe you have sleep apnea like me, or I know a lot of you do. And you have medical conditions or issues you have to deal with every day. Maybe you're partially disabled. You're missing a limb, or you're partially deaf. Like I'm partially deaf in this year. Maybe you're blind. Maybe you're just listening to me as a podcast or whatever it is. I have great empathy for people who have to suffer every day now that I'm suffering. So you gain a perspective about other people, everybody, more by your mistakes and by your own suffering than the suffering of others, I find. More people learn it that way than any other way. And that's just me being honest, everybody. I can say that I have, I'm the most empathetic person in the world and I understand where everybody's coming from. You can really never truly understand where people are coming from because they are complex beings. But you can get a little gist of it if it happened to you. You can get a bit of gist of it if you've ever had to suffer in your life. You know what it's like. Subi96, the D getting some love, and s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Now, you can never truly understand the extent of that, but you can get a little bit of empathy toward that direction. And so, kills is 6 or 7, kills are 6 and 7 assists. s.p.e.c.i.a.l is our MVP of that round. Oh, and that was it. That was the final one. So the event is over. Okay. But that's okay. We're going to keep going. We're going to continue on and see if we can sneak in some more of this. Uh-oh. Okay. Why is it not doing it? Okay, there we go. We're going to sneak in a couple extra battles if we can. Sneak in a couple extra battles on this particular event because I see there's a chest coming up. We'll try to get you guys some more loot in that chest. So there we go. All right, and I forgot to do all my other stuff today too. I'm a bit out of it. But I did actually get some rest last night. I just couldn't go anymore. I just too heartbreaking, everybody. Too much stuff just kind of piling on all in the same kind of week or day at the same time. So I had to just call it. I said, that's it. No more videos, no more games, no more nothing today. I'm just going to sit with my wife and watch some Big Bang Theory and then go to sleep. And that's pretty much what I did. That's kind of like my respite from all the stuff. And I really push myself a lot too. It's, it's my own fault as well because I'm doing so many things at once as well. So it's only me to blame. All right, let's do it. Okay, everybody, this is what you missed. You missed me staring at this bench all this time. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all of these things right here. Which is mod a weapon, hack a terminal, do all of this, build a floor, and all of that. So let's get first. Now, I find if you want to mod a weapon, you've already modded your particular weapons out. You can go ahead and look and see if you have a weapon. Oh, I do have a guitar sword. And then all you have to do is do anything. It doesn't really matter what it is. I don't think appearance counts. And these are legendary. Oh, so I have no upgrades for the guitar sword, sadly. But let's go ahead and go back to crafting. And we'll just craft whatever. Baseball bat, right? Level 1 baseball bat. There we go. And then we'll go into modify. We'll modify our baseball bat. What do we got? Oh, God. We got nothing there. We got nothing there. We got no customization at all. And I don't want to waste my legend. Oh, my God. Okay, bats are not good. All right, let's try something else. Let's craft something else. What do I know that we have? Let's say heavy guns. Let's say I can make another pepper shaker. Let's make another pepper shaker. Max level pepper shaker. Right there. There we go. All right, we made a pepper shaker. Now we want to go ahead and modify that pepper shaker. Let's put another barrel in there. Do we got a mag? Oh, God, that's another thing I don't have any stuff. Well, okay, that's 3 for 3 of things I don't have mods for. That's okay. I'll scrap them, and maybe I'll get some mods for them. I don't know. Let's try something else. Let's go Gatling laser. Gatling laser is what do I can? Oh, I need my science on. Okay, this is sometimes too involved, everybody. Let's go ahead and take first aid out, and then we'll put science in. And Gatling laser is something I know I got. Okay, science, science master. Science expert, which is 2. Let's take gunsmith out for a second. All right, science expert, science master. All right, we'll just take all those out so we know we got them all in there. And let's go ahead and modify, or actually make one first. Hold on, let's switch to make. Heavy guns, Gatling laser, level 45, go. Okay, now let's hope I made the right Gatling laser. We'll do Gatling laser. Let's change the receiver. And there we go. We did it. We did it, everybody. After all of that, we did it. Now, the cool thing is I can just come back and say scrap and then just scrap all this stuff again. There we go. We'll just scrap it. Didn't get any extra mods for it or whatnot, but that's okay. Oh, we got that done. There we go. So we got that one done. Again, I always start with my easiest stuff first. like hack a terminal, build a wall or floor item. And on this particular base, I don't think I left any room to do this, but let's just give it a try anyway. I think I didn't leave any room. Let's try to put a wall down, see what happens. Oh no, okay, I did leave a little room. Put 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. Oh, really? 5 down. 5 down. Nope, I can do a maximum of 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and scrap these. There we go. Try not to hit something I don't want to do it. And then 1 more. There we go. Now, you definitely want to scrap them and not store them. If you store them, then you're going to have a problem. It's not going to continue on. And whatnot. And there we go. Oh, and we've got some legendaries we can turn in from that event. So let's do that real quick so we're not lugging those around. Right here. There we go. I could have just modified those things there. Okay, what else we got? Hack a terminal. Oh, I happen to know a terminal that's nearby that I can run over to and hack that terminal. Let's go. Are you doing New World cartography today? I am. Oh, perfect day to ask it. You can actually see it on my schedule, by the way, as well. On my schedule, you see it down below the stream down there. It actually says cartography on there. You can also see it on my offline messaging, my Twitter, my Discord, all of that stuff. Best way to know what I'm doing on what days is check that calendar. I work very hard on it. It usually takes me like 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour if I have like sponsored stuff or if I'm really making big changes to it every single week. And I usually do it on Sunday or Monday is when I post it. Mute. And so on. So feel free to check that calendar if you're ever questioning it, or you can just ask me on stream. I don't mind answering that question as well. Some people get like irritated when people ask them like simple questions. I don't at all, because I think that's really rude. I think that's incredibly rude if someone comes in and might ask you the same thing that 12 other people ask you, like, Kismet, what time do you stream or stuff like that. I know what it's like to be on the other end, and you're just asking that question because you didn't know, and it's really, really rude. I think to just berate people because they ask you questions like that. So I don't do it. That's just me. I've had it done to me, and I've seen it done on other people's streams, and I don't do it. So if you want to ask me if I have cartography and it's on my calendar, I will still answer whether I'm having cartography tonight or not. It's okay, but I do like to let everybody know that there's a reference that they can check as well. So yeah, some cartography later tonight, and talking with my crew in case they got any issues as well. And we'll see. We'll see if peeps are on the Discord or not on the Discord. Actually, let me see the Discord. Somebody on there? Yeah, see, Yorkful and Magnus is on there. They're in there playing New World right now. Probably having a great time. Now, again, it would be great to play New World all day, every day, everybody. But also, I want to play. I got other teams, too, who play Fallout 76. I don't want to neglect them, as well as play 7 Days to Die and other games. So I try to, spend a little time with everybody. Nobody likes an absentee leader. And so I try to, split up my time. I've even had an extra stream, by the way, on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Just for my New World peeps, so I can spend more time with them. Also streaming later now on those nights because I've got a bunch of the big stuff that I was working on for the guild done. So I go a bit later then as well. I went way too late on Saturday, everybody. I should have stopped 3 hours in. Maybe I wouldn't have made that mistake and wasted all of that awesome material that my team had collected. I still feel bad about it. Even though, you give yourself the freedom to make mistakes, it doesn't mean you're not going to feel bad about it. Absolutely. But I'll get in there and I'll make it right, everybody. I'll get in there. I'll help them collect it. We can always get it back. And I appreciate my team rising to the challenge of my mistake. And then also the cool thing is it lets them know that they can make mistakes and they're not going to get berated as well. Because it'd be pretty crappy to have people say, well, hey, don't berate me when I make mistakes, but then turn around and berate them when they make mistakes, right? And I always try to resolve the problems first, right? I try to, give them time. I try to give them time to get back to me. Let's communicate. Let's do the stuff. And if they don't want to communicate it, if they don't feel like it's worth their time to get back to me and talk about it, that's a huge red flag and whatnot, that they're not interested in resolving the problem, and it's not a priority to them to resolve that issue. Especially the longer they take to get back to me, the less I feel like that's a priority to them. Like me, if I see a problem and someone buzzes me, I try to get back to them as quickly as I can. I say, oh, what's the problem? You having a problem? Like, for example, M right there was having a problem on Discord. I could say, well, M, I'm too busy playing Fallout 76 right now. I can't help you with Discord, right? That is a really bad take, everybody. A really bad take. If I see my members having a problem, I will stop what I'm doing, prioritize that, and then come back to whatever else I'm doing. Because this stuff can wait, everybody. You know, playing the game can wait. If someone's having a problem, they're probably frustrated. They need an issue with that. And that's why I'm always available. People can always buzz me on Discord and say, Kismet, I'm having this problem. Kismet, I need this help, or whatever it is. Anybody can do that, by the way. All you guys in the chat. If you're having a problem in my chat, you're like, Kismet, for some reason I can't type in your chat. Send me a whisper. We'll try to figure it out. We'll try to figure out what's causing it, and maybe reset your modem. Maybe, you know, log out of Twitch, log back into it. And, you know, I help a bunch of people for free. It's like free technical support, everybody. Literally hundreds of hours of my time as well doing that kind of stuff. All right, hack the terminal. Wait, I did hack the terminal. Why did I not get credit? Oh, I didn't get credit because I have my thing, which I automatically, maybe the terminal was already open. I didn't even look at the terminal, everybody. I didn't even look at it. I thought I got it. Huh. Somebody went over there and claimed it because I ran by there. They thought I was going to claim it. That's a good question. Why did it not give me credit? You know what? Screw it. We'll worry about it later. So we got Foshnot, but if that Foshnot one, isn't that the weekly? Challenges. The weekly. Yeah, let's take the weekly out of there. That one. Nuka-Cola. That's a tough one. Plant crops. That one's easy. Sometimes I do the weeklies too, but I'm trying to get the daily done, so that didn't count. Creatures and super mutants and level up, and then daily op. Quest failed. I'm glad it failed. I want it to fail. I don't want to do that quest. All right. So, again, try not to get too distracted. Drink Nuka-Cola. That we can do. Let's go in and drink some Nuka-Cola, Nuka-Cherry, Nuka-Quantum. Let's see here. Where is the girl at? She's in here. There she is. All right, let's customize. Now, I have my sound off on purpose, everybody, because sometimes NPCs are yapping in my ear. Oh, what? She doesn't have... Oh, I did customize. I got to interact. I'm in need of your services. Oh, let me turn it back on. Let's see what you got for sale.
I got a lot of neat stuff.
I bet you do. I bet you got some Nuka-Cola, too. Yes, you do. Look at you go. All right, there's some Nuka-Cola. Now, actually, she has a lot of great stuff, everybody. And especially, like, the books and stuff here she has. Sometimes she has a bobblehead. She has giddy-ups and stuff like that. Maybe you're going to need some bubble gum for your dailies. I feel like she's becoming one of my favorite companions. Her and then also the one who's the astronaut lady. I like both of them. Though I haven't really played the other ones. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll play one of those other ones and they'll become my new favorite. That's another thing I'm way behind on my allies and all of that other stuff as well. So, what are we at? 2 of 20. So, we need to... I feel like when you're working on your weekly stuff, that it's good to stay diligent. Just try to do that as much as you can. Okay, let's go check the vendor. See if the vendor's got it.
Free supply here, citizen.
Over here. No Nuka-Cola. There's also a Nuka-Cola vending machine back here. Nothing in there. Over there. All right. No, don't worry. We'll worry about that later. So build a crop in the camp. Okay. Well, that I know is pretty easy. Let's get some of these crops. Let's go ahead. And you can see I'm trying to build some crops up in here. Let's go ahead and scrap these. We got to do 15 of them. So we'll scrap all these out. Oop. Like so. And then we'll go in and we'll put our food in. I like doing these dailies, everybody. There's something about dailies that I really enjoy. These particular dailies are good. Sometimes the dailies aren't very good, and you know you're like, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do those dailies, but sometimes I find the 76 does a great job.
Magnifying glass is
Okay.
technically not a toy.
It must be placed
But the
directly
inspector doesn't
on a
have to
terrain.
play with it.
Go out, back in again. Nope.
Are you real or imaginary?
Okay, not letting me do it now. So let me do 2 of them. Let's scrap those out. Maybe this has to do with my thing is full. Yeah, see, the error that's giving me is weird. And so I just scrapped them back out again, and then now I'm able to put a bunch of these down.
I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment.
Okay, now I've exceeded the deal here. And then there we go. All right, and then more carrots. I don't know how many carrots I have. I might not have enough. We'll see. Oh, there, we already got it. We already got it. All right, now I actually want to put my carrots down too. So I'll have more carrots next time. There we go. And I also have a perk, and I keep it on all the time so that when I'm collecting stuff, like those carrots, right over here, it's called Green Thumb. I never take that off. I always have it on because you get twice as much flora when you're collecting it, so you get twice as much carrots or mute fruit or whatever it is over here. So we can grab our mute fruit, we can grab our corn, our razor grain, tons more corn over here. And I need a bunch of that. Oops, I need a bunch of that so that I can make some of this stuff for running the Colossus and all of that. Okay, so we got that done. We got some Nuka-Cola. We hacked the terminal. I say we go ahead and work on our daily op. How's our events? Any event? Nope. All right, everybody, let's switch over to daily op time. All right, so we're going to switch to daily op. I'll let everybody know what's up. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over here. I'm going to go... Oh, I'm already in my shotgun set. Let's go ahead and get my armor going. Get it going. I'm downloading Fallout 76 now. I have Xbox Game Pass. Well, there you go, the D. Fantastic. I'm on PC right now. Sadly, we don't have crossplay yet, but they are owned by Xbox now. So hopefully we get some crossplay at least between PC and Xbox. Though I think it'd be way better if they just opened it up to PS4 and all the other stuff as well. Because I want to play with all my PS4 peeps as well. I don't want to just be limited to just a certain ecosystem. I want to be, you know, this should be the year of crossplay, where we can play with whoever we want on whatever system they got, because guess what? They most likely not going to switch what system they got now. If they spent $800 on a PS4, guess what? They're not jumping. They're not jumping. They're going to stay on their PS4. That's what they're going to do. Oh, you're on PC. Did you know that you can get a Xbox Game Pass on PC? For all those who don't know, you might know. I would assume you do because you got Game Pass. But you can actually play those Xbox games that might have been specific to your Xbox actually on your PC. So you can get Fallout 76 for your PC by getting the PC Xbox Game Pass. And that's what I got. I use it all the time. I was playing, what was it? Not Civilization. Age of Empires? Is that what it was? Age of Empires. Yeah, Age of Empires 4. We were playing through the Xbox PC Game Pass. That's like the best deal game. Other than Amazon Prime, which I think is amazing. Not sponsored or anything like that. I'm not giving them a shout out because they paid me. Though if they want to pay me to give them a shout out, I give them a shout out anyway. But and I would tell you first if it was sponsored, everybody. I think that's the best deal going in gaming. Is absolutely the Xbox Game Pass, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like the Netflix of gaming, and that's a brilliant idea because it worked for Netflix, which actually made Blockbuster go out of business back in the day. For those who remember Blockbuster back in the day. Okay, what are we doing? We're looking at the daily. We're clicking on the daily. We're going to the daily. What do we got? Can be killed. A melee attack. One thing again. See, the melee attack one in the decryption one, which is like 100 times harder than the regular one, is tough. Remember, you got to use your rifle butt to hit to kill mobs in this particular one, for those who didn't see it. All right, so we can wait for my crew to... I forgot my darn lunchboxes again. The moment I remember the lunchboxes is the second I get into this part. Oh, and I forgot to do all my boosts and stuff. But we'll just... Wait, no, I do have my lunchboxes. Oh, yay me. All right, we're getting into daily, everybody. Feel free to come join us. Just go ahead and click on your event in there, and we'll wait for you. There you go. You're also playing some s.p.e.c.i.a.l on Game Pass too? Well, there you go. Yes, you can get s.p.e.c.i.a.l on Game Pass and actually play it on the PC if you want to, or play it on your Xbox. Either way, I highly suggest it on the Switch. Oh my God, really fantastic on the Switch as well, if you happen to have a Switch as well. Highly recommend s.p.e.c.i.a.l on the Switch. Oh man. That game was like made for the Switch, everybody. It reminds me of like Animal Crossing. That same kind of like perfect platform matched with the perfect game. I like playing it on PC as well. I'm going to be playing some s.p.e.c.i.a.l after we get our dailies done here. It might run a bit late today on the stream, but we'll do what we got to do. And I got to take a break here when my family gets home in just a bit as well. Just to make sure my kids are good and everybody's good and how my wife's feeling today and all of that stuff. A lot of stress going on in the IRL, everybody. Again, a big, huge bill on the car payment and getting our car fixed, and big, huge issues with my wife's health. Dragon Overlord, good. TARDIS, good. M's coming in. And I'm going to go ahead and use my lunch boxes. Yay, look, I remembered, everybody. I feel like I always feel really good about myself now when I just remember anything at this point. When I remember to actually use my lunch boxes, I feel I got this going. All right, M's ready to go. Everybody ready to go and whatnot. All right. Oh, and there's a notification that my kids have arrived home. Okay. Ready to go? All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's go. All right.
This is the Brotherhood of Steel. Someone's been intercepting our communications. We'll need to disable devices in your vicinity ASAP. We're gonna need to reduce the enemy numbers here for me to get you better intel. Take a few of them out. I recommend stealth maneuvers from here on. This group is powerful enough you'll want to limit how many you take on at once.
My sound is delayed again. I don't know. Sometimes I really don't like that melee thing where you have to melee every one of them. But that's the way it goes. Hold on, now I gotta fix my thing. Good man! Well, thank you. Thanks for coming in. So we'll be playing some s.p.e.c.i.a.l here in a bit, everybody. One of my favorite games. The beginning of s.p.e.c.i.a.l is just so much fun, as later in the advanced game, I keep restarting new worlds so I can explore and build new bases. Exactly, breaks himself. That's why you'll see me restart all the time. I restart pretty consistently in most games. Because I love the beginning of the game and try to be better at the game by making the beginning of it stronger. Right? I feel like the beginning of your game is probably the thing that really adds to the later game. Is how you start in a game, how well you start. What am I doing? I am resetting my sound because it's broken. Let's see. Game capture. Again, I don't know what's been up with my card. Uh-oh, we got someone who got kicked. Dragon Overlord is down. Res on Dragon Overlord. There we go. Oh, no, missed it. All right. Hold on, everybody. I have to reset. And again, I don't know why lately my my capture card is doing this. I feel like it's not the capture card. Because it's an Elgato capture card. It's an HD60 or HD90, I think it is. Or HD60 because it's 60 frames per second. I don't think it's the capture card. I think it's OBS because it's worked fine for a long time. It's actually one of the best capture cards I've ever had. So big love to Elgato. Elgato makes really exceptional products, everybody. They've sponsored my stream for a few things, but really a lot of the stuff I have bought it myself because I'm a huge fan of theirs. I think they're a little fanboy-esque, everybody. I'm a huge fan of people who make great products. And that's just the long and short of it. If you make a great product, I'm going to shout you out whether you sponsor my channel or not. That's just the way I am. But if you do sponsor it, then it allows me to do more giveaways and fun things like that. But if not, then that's fine as well. All right, stay focused here. We'll stay on it. I'm so out of it today. I don't know. It's not just purely because I'm tired. It's more emotional strain. Heavy emotional strain over the weekend and still today. But I did feel better being able to talk to you guys about it, so I appreciate you lending your ear and letting me chat a little bit at the top of the stream without saying, Kismet, just play a game. Sometimes I have people in the chat. They come in. I'm talking about stuff, about real life stuff, whatever. They say, just shut up and play the game. Hey, yo, bro. Boom, you're out of my stream. Way to have some empathy, bro. Well, way to not have some empathy. Hold on. Let me make that clear. Way to not have empathy for other people other than yourself. What you want. Yeah, that's like really disrespectful and rude. So I don't mess around. Again, I'm not their papa, everybody. If they can't act like a decent human being and care about other people, then boom, they're out of my stream. And I see, some streams, they'll let people be racist and let them be homophobic and let them treat other people like crap and all of that. That's not the community I want to be part of. I don't care if that gets me 50,000 people in my channel. I would just rather not have those people in my channel, everybody. Because it makes it more miserable for you guys who are my, like, hardcore, Kismet, I'll be here even if you're collecting, ore for 12 hours. I know who my core audience is, and they just want a little bit of, moments of joy in their day, right? They don't want all that negativity. They don't want all that crap, and people being the worst versions of themselves as well. I find that people really rise to the challenge in a bad way, rise to being terrible people when they are anonymous online. That's when they are the worst versions of themselves. They will do they'll say mean and nasty stuff to people that they don't even know. They would most likely not say to their face, especially very large people who might punch them out. But online, oh my God, you're the worst person. I can't believe you're so terrible. And let me just, say all this really visceral, mean stuff to people online.
Do what you can to sniff them out, but try and keep it quiet.
Alright, I'm doing a little bit of contribution here. I'm shooting a thing or two. Alright, code carrier detected. This way. Now, my biggest problem with this one, and I've talked about it at length here in the stream, is that everybody's off doing their own thing, right? Everybody's running around trying to find the mobs. Meanwhile, they're over here on the left. Meanwhile, you're not really working together as a group. And I feel like that's the whole point of why you're doing these dailies, is to work together. I mean, you're kind of working together because you're killing mobs, but you're not really working together because you're off doing your own thing instead of doing like the other one does, which is everybody works together and you're defending that point and all of that. Yeah, not that. Oh, you got to go through here. You got to go through this tunnel and then cut left. And we got to find these specific mobs and wipe them out. Oh, we got to do the thingy.
Almost done now. Just need to track down the last code. Keep clearing the place out. I'll let you know when I spot something.
This one takes a lot longer, too. So it's harder to... see, I got his back. So I burn him down, and then Dragon Overlord has a melee weapon, and then he'll wipe him out. Great combination to use someone who's ranged, and then melee. This particular thing. Good teamwork there. We need a bunch more enemies. There's one. Tag him. Again, that's what everybody's doing. That's why this one takes so darn long. Because everybody's off just trying to find mobs, right? You don't know where they're at. We're not going to get this one on time either. This one sucks. I don't feel like I'm really in the zone today either, everybody. I don't feel like I'm in the zone. I gotta snap out of it. I gotta get in the zone. Yeah, plus the game does make updates for all parts of the game, not just late game, like the missions and main base. Yeah, I feel like the Astroneer devs are just crushing it, everybody. They're crushing it. The missions are great. The updates are great. The stuff they've added to the game really enhances the game. I love the little snail guys. That's super cute and awesome. And so on. Just, you know, I can go on with 100 different examples of why they're doing so good. Same example, 7 Days to Die. Same example, Satisfactory, right? Those people are doing it right. They're adding enjoyment to the game. They're not just like working on microtransactions all day. They're in there working on stuff. And then that's when I don't mind, everybody. When they're doing a great job of making... M's are down. You got M's, Dragon Overlord? Oh, wait, Dragon's not in there. You got M's? Hold on, I gotta go get M's. Prioritize members. I'm gonna try to get there, M. I hope I get there in time. See if Dragon gets you. Oh, it's in the cave. Dragon, yay! Great job, Dragon. Big love, big love. Nice job working together. Whoa, I'm almost dead. I'm gonna need a res. I'm gonna need a res there in a second. All right, so we're definitely not gonna get this in 8 minutes, but you know we do what we gotta do. We gotta eliminate TARDIS over there trying to get it done. Gotta eliminate the enemy leader. See, this particular one's really tough, everybody. I mean, these mobs sometimes they take out half or 75% of your health in one hit, which does not add fun to the game. It's not harder fun, it's harder annoying. Or like when they add like bullet sponges. Nice job, TARDIS. I got here just in time to just get all the loot. Alright, so we got to turn out the last interceptor. TARDIS is on it. A little late on that one, but hey, at least we got our daily done. That's what's important. There we go. Yeah, so they're doing a great job. Alright, big love, everybody. Big love. Right there. Alright, got that done. All you have to do is get the daily done, everybody. You don't have to do it within that time, but you don't get your you have to do it in under 8 minutes to get the Elder thing, which gives you a higher chance of getting your rare items, but you might get your rare items anyway. Let's see. Survey says no rare items. Oh, well, not at that particular time. But it basically says it over there. Low chance of getting the rare items. Better chance of getting the rare items are guaranteed rare items at the last one. So that's why you want to do it within 8 minutes. And then also, additional currency, you get legendary cores. But that's okay if you don't get it, everybody. It's okay. You got your daily done. GG. You out of there. That's what we're doing it for. Now, while we're bouncing out, we're loading. Let's go ahead and do another battle. To battle! Oh, you don't worry about it, Ems. Oh, you don't need to be sorry. It wasn't your fault. It's because that one sucks. That one's incredibly hard. It had nothing to do with you, Ems. Don't feel bad at all. It had a little bit to do with me. I was a bit out of it there. I was talking to chat, and I was just like zoning in that whole thing. So I'll take the blame. How about that? I'll take the blame. I have broad shoulders. I'll take it. But it doesn't matter if we get it done in 8 minutes or we just get it done in 20 minutes. As long as we get it done, we got our daily. So that was my only goal in there anyway. There we go. Akia, the D getting some love, and Gonkbot. Great name. Coming in, getting 9 assists, who is our MVP. All right, so this is why I wanted to keep going here, everybody, so we can get some of these loyalty chests for you guys today. Let's see if we can get you guys some sweet, sweet loot. So let's go up right there. Right there, and then we'll come back to that in a bit. Okay, what else we got?
I don't know. I write down.
What else we got? We got hack a terminal. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to run over to Poseidon over here. And there's 2 terminals actually at Poseidon. All right, I'm going to go run and try to find a terminal to unlock here. and see if I'm getting hosed because I have this legendary perk or not, and whatnot. Now, if you missed it earlier, everybody, I was talking a bit about the heartbreak that is being a guild leader and whatnot sometimes. And if you want to see that, you can see it back on my VOD later. And then I'll make a clip of it as well and send it to my members so they can get, if they want more information, to do that. But they can always whisper me directly as well. And I'd be willing to talk to them about it. As long as it's not like super too personal. Like, you know, I've had people in the past like get divorces. Who are actual husband and wife members in the guild. And that's a real personal thing, right? Like, hey, you know, I've got, you know, some sort of medical condition, and what that medical condition is, I would not tell anyone other than, or talk with them about that medical condition. I would say this person is ill, and they're not feeling well. I would use more of a general term than to very specifically say, well, this person has cancer or this person has whatever, because it's not my place to say that stuff, everybody. I don't feel you should give up people's personal information and their medical information or something that has to do with their romantic life, you know, kiss and tell kind of thing. I don't think that's right to do that stuff. But members want to know what's going on, so I will tell them in general, this is the problem. Oh, there we go. So the other one must have already been unlocked. I think that's probably what it was. Because I have the ability to just hack through terminals automatically because of my awesome... Someone's shooting me. Where are you? Where are you, mystery mob? Oh, up above. Sometimes when you're hitting Q, it doesn't actually target mobs because they're too far away or they're blocked. All right, we got that done. Now, back over here. Now, again, my mission is to try to get as many of my dailies done as I can. And then, if it's a weekly thing that I can get done, then I work on that a bit. And then when I'm done with that, then I will move on to Astroneer and Satisfactory on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But on Thursdays, we play a lot longer. So if you want to play a long session with us, Thursday is probably your day. But the other days, I just kind of pop in and try to get my dailies done. Because you definitely want to work on your dailies and your weeklies if you're trying to get the event done. Over here, and I've learned that lesson. I've only had like 2 events that I've actually finished out of the 7 events that they've done. And I'm usually pretty hardcore, everybody. I want to get everything in the game. I want to get all the stuff as well. But we got 2 of them done today, so we've progressed a bit. We're at 85 now. What do we start at? 83. So we got 2 of them done. And usually my weeklies give me about 5, and we have until about March. So we have about 2 weeks left, and I have about 2 weeks worth of stuff to do. So I think it'd be pretty close. Now, the second they say, hey, tomorrow we're going to reset, and we're going to come out with a new event, and I always get right down to the end. I find I usually have no time for questing or anything like that. But I like to get the events done. I find this is my favorite thing to do with my crew now is to work on events and do dailies and fun stuff like that. And so most of my members have already finished. They finished a while ago too. It wasn't like yesterday. It was like a month ago that they finished. Because I also been out sick and a whole bunch of other, just it seems never ending, everybody. Never ending in all the things that that happen in your life, that you have all these ups and downs. Oh, Fashnot again. Oh, Fashnot up again. Let's go do that real quick. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll do Fashnot one more time, and then we'll call it after that. So let's go do Fashnot with my crew here. And while we're teleporting, we'll turn the sound back on. We'll go do that. Okay. So we'll do my Fashnot with my crew one more time. And then it'll help us get our kind of weeklies done as well. You got to do Fashnot 3 times in a week as well. And I missed out on the one last time. Again, I got DC'd. But oh well. Again, if you miss out a little bit, you can always come back. Plus, also, you're earning atoms while you're doing the event. And then if you really come down to the end and you're like, oh, God, I got 3 more to go, but I don't have enough time because they're going to reset the server and I don't have enough time to play between now and then, I would use those atoms. You can actually unlock it through atoms as well. Now, that's a little pay to win as well because you can buy atoms and then progress yourself through the thing by actually paying. So that's also riding that line as well. I hate to see it, everybody. I hate to see when peeps are making stuff pay to win. But I also feel like this is not very hard. It's not like they made it incredibly difficult to do. and then it forces you to buy it. You can see I've gotten all this way right here, and I haven't spent one atom on this thing at all. And I've missed weeks of doing the events. I've missed a lot of the monthlies as well. And I still feel like even if you're playing fairly casual like me, just a couple hours a day and then maybe 4 or 5 hours on a Thursday, that you're good, right? You're good. Now, also today, everybody, I just reminded myself that I do need to go and get my wife's car. So I might have to run out and do that here in just a bit. So we might have a break and then I come back and then play some Astroneer. So let's try to finish this. And let me text the family while we're waiting. Oh, no. Oh, no. Someone was supposed to go pick up my wife. Let's see if she's home. Hopefully. Yeah, oh, I heard her. I heard her. She's behind me, probably waiting to talk to me, everybody. All right, so I'm going to completely slack on this s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand here in the middle and be a complete slacker while I go talk to my family for a minute. And then I shall be back because I can sense that sometimes you can sense when your spouse wants to talk to you. And I feel like that's that moment right now. I got to work a bunch of stuff out, and then I'll be right back. Enjoy some of the highlights of my stream, and then I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Test kind of thing. I actually got a new microphone, everybody, because this microphone is driving me crazy. I press the button to undo it, and it acts like it does it, and then I look over, and then it's still flashing, and then I press the button like over and over and over again. I don't know, maybe I used it too much, but that's one of the things that constantly happens with this microphone. And I have the Blue Yeti, which is a great microphone, but I don't know, their mute button kind of sucks, because it always does that to me all the time. Where I'll press it, I'll come back to the stream, I'll press it thinking that it is now unmuted, but it is not, because it didn't work when I pressed it, so now I got to press it again. So every time I want to unmute it, I got to press it 2 times. Very annoying sometimes. But thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for having my back. Let me know that my mic was muted. And there was 1,000 kids caps. Thank you very much. All right, sorry I had to take care of the family. My poor wife, everybody. She is not feeling well. Her foot is really hurting her. So I had to go see how she was doing. I had to check in on the family, how they were doing. I had to check in on the puppy. Make sure the puppy is properly being loved today. Because, you know, Her Royal Highness Sparkle Dog must be attended to. Yes, all of those things. Use the wrong command? It's okay. It all works in the end. Yes, and again, that's why I have that command in there, because I screw up a lot, everybody. Or things get screwed up. See, sometimes it's not my fault. Sometimes it's just the thing. Now, I wonder if I got credit for s.p.e.c.i.a.l just because I was standing here. Let's go see. Thanks, everybody, for waiting. I'm sorry I had to take care of stuff. I check in on my wife. She's not feeling well. So I had to AFK there for a bit. All right. Had to check in on all of that. What was I looking for? Scoreboard. No. Challenges. Weekly. Did we get credit? Yes, we did. We got 2 of 3 s.p.e.c.i.a.l days. We got credit just for standing there and doing diddly squat. Oh, Dragon Overlord watching my back. What up? What up? Big love, Dragon Overlord. Big love. All right. Now, let's see if we're done with our stuff for the day. I need a carry weight booster. Oh, look at that. Love right back. Carry weight booster. Let's go ahead and bounce back over here. Sometimes I have to do that, everybody. Sometimes it's like an AFK for short AFK. Sometimes it's like an emergency AFK because I have to go deal with IRL stuff. Especially as my streams get longer. Like, I've been running my streams longer. Normally I stop around 3 or 4 o'clock. But I've been running my streams a bit longer so we can spend more time playing some games. Trying to push myself to go a bit longer and work a bit harder and try to get more stuff going on here in the stream. It's an uphill battle every day. But we get it going on. All right, so we got that done. I think that's about it for our dailies today. Let's go ahead and double check, though. We'll get out of that and then get into this. All right, how are we doing on our score? Nope, not a scoreboard. Challenges. Come on, brain. We got to kill super mutants. Okay, so kill super mutants, and then that's it for our day. Now, there's a little camp of super mutants. I think it's this one. Let's go blast them. Let's go blast these super muties. And again, this is what I do on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I typically get on for a lot less time. I'm like 4 hours in now. But a lot less time than this. Doing the stuff. Actually, I don't think did it reset? Yes, it did reset my recording. Okay, good. Okay, so let's find some super mutants, blast them. These are not super mutants here, but there is, these are variations of super mutants. But they don't count towards super mutants, which I think they should. I think these freezers should count towards super mutants since they are a variation of super mutants. They have the FEV virus is what was used to make them. And if you are like me and you read all the terminals and you read the lore of Fallout, then you know that these are, again, offshoots of the FEV or super mutants. Now you know. Now you're in the know. I love reading all the lore and reading all the terminals and doing all of that. But I'm not the best person to run with when I'm doing that because I'm taking forever. You know, most people are like, hey, let's go do this or do that, but I'm there reading all the terminals, and that might not be their thing, and they don't want to read all the terminals and stuff. And that's fine. That's why I warn people before I go on, like, mission runs and things like that, so they don't end up, you know, standing around watching me read terminals. Got melted. Oh, I forgot to take my stuff off my character, too. All right, wipe them out. How many more we got to go? 3 more super mutants. Okay. So let's go. I love the Fallout lore. Me too. The thing I love most about Fallout is that they give you gray choices, right? Like when you're playing Fallout 4, there's a whole bunch of choices, or even in this game, in some of the storyline. A lot of the storyline is not good. But some of the storyline, after Wastelanders and the Steel Dawn, all that, that's good. That I highly recommend. But some of the like Raider quests and things like that. But I'm not into the Raider side, so maybe someone else might enjoy that more than me. But I find that's probably its biggest drawback is that that this game doesn't have as good a story as a Fallout 4. And then, of course, when you're reading that lore and whatnot, and you're trying to get that lore going on, I find that Fallout 4 does it way better because you're also more invested in the story because all of a sudden you're like, you know, you're looking at them and they're looking at you and you're doing dialogue back and forth and it freezes the game so they're not being interrupted by a bunch of sound in the background and people playing music and pew, 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 pew in the background while you're trying to play it. So it's very interruptive of the actual RPG part of the game as well. Here in Fallout 76, because it is a live game, you can't pause the game because it would pause it for everyone. And that would make a very difficult game to play, because if it was pausing every 2 minutes, it would be very, very difficult to play the game. Especially if you're in the middle of a battle and like, okay, someone's checking their inventory. Hold on. Okay, they're done checking their inventory. Okay, we can play the game again. All right, or they're using bats or they're doing whatever. So I love the lore of Fallout for sure. Absolutely. Let's see. So, where am I going? So I got that done. Oh, I got to kill some more super mutants. So I'm just going to kill a few more super mutants, everybody, and then I'm going to wind down on my dailies today, and then I'm going to go play some Astroneer, just a heads up. And I'm going to try to do some of my crafting stuff before I go out as well, so it'll be ready for next time, for tomorrow. All right, and I know up here by the Minoga Mine, there is some peeps over here at the Minoga Mine. As well. So this is another thing that I'm trying to work time in to play more 76 on top of the other games that I play. So I try to play it a little bit each Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I added another stream on Saturday to play more of my New World peeps. I'm playing now later with my New World peeps as well. So I get on at nighttime and do cartography, or if a member needs help. Like if I'm doing cartography or if I'm doing quests, everybody, and someone says, hey, Kismet, I need help with this quest, I'll just stop what I'm doing and go do that first. And then once they're done, you got everything, you're cool, like I'm cool, okay, then I'll switch back. That's always my priority, is my members and what they need in that moment. And I try to do what I can. And then I expect members to do the same. If someone's needs help, well, you know, help those members. Now, if you're in the middle of running, if you're in the middle of an invasion, I don't mean jump out of an invasion and then help members, like say, hey, you know, I'm in invasion right now, I'm going to be done in like 30 minutes. Can we work on it then? Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure members will just say, oh, that's no problem. You know, do what you got to do, and then, you know, I'll be ready in 30 minutes. Or if you can't do it today because you got a real life thing to do. Oh, well, what about tomorrow? I can help you tomorrow with that particular thing. And that's what makes my team so unique, is that they like to work together. They like to participate together. They like to do stuff together. And that's why I feel it's very like a privilege to be around my awesome members when they are in that mode, when they want to work together and they rise to the challenge like it did last Saturday. That was an awesome moment, everybody. I thought we were going to totally wipe. And I'm pretty optimistic, too. But that was a lot of high-level mobs. That was a tremendous amount of high-level mobs coming in. But we got it. We did it. It was awesome. It was one of those awesome moments that you have as a group. All right. I'm good. All right. Good, good, good for the day. We got our dailies done. We'll come back, work more on weeklies and dailies tomorrow. All right. That's it for me, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and, again, finish up with some of my stuff, and then I'm going to switch over to Astroneer. Watching Oxhorn videos. Oh, Oxhorn is amazing. I really like his videos as well. I'm a subscriber of his YouTube channel as well. He does an amazing, amazing job on those lore. Though I don't like to know about the lore unless I learn it in game. So if it's something like he did lore videos, I only watch the ones that I already kind of know and might want to get a little bit more detail on. You know what I mean? If it's like a spoiler for something, and that's, you know, a lot of the lore is spoilers for upcoming things that happen in the game, I'll go and not watch those ones until I've done that in the game. And I'll usually just try to assess it by the title. Or if I'm listening to it and he says, spoiler about this, I'll say, oh, all right, never mind, everybody. Radiation Rumble. Never mind. Take all that I just said about going now out, and we're going to do Radiation Rumble first. And then I'm going to go. Whenever I see Radiation Rumble up, everybody, I always prioritize that one. Whether it's at the beginning or the end of the stream or whatever, let's go do that one. So let's do that one together, and then I'll go. So I'm jumping to that right now. So there you go. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, you don't want it to get done. But yeah, fantastic videos done by the mighty Oxhorn.
Hello.
He was also part of our Fallout for Hope as well during the Christmas season. We raised funds for charities. My first charity I've done here on stream. We raised fund for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And my community, man, knocked it out of the park. For my little stream, you know, I got 25,000 followers, but, you know, I got 50, 100, sometimes up to 200 peeps in my channel. It's not like I have 10,000 people in my channel, or 1,000 people in my channel even. It's not like I have a massive ton of peeps in the channel, because you know, I'm a bit of an acquired taste. You know how it goes.
To wander into a place like this.
Let's get it going.
You interested in some? Great. Let's get started then.
Let's get started. All right, I'm going to start this up. Now, what you want to do is you want to get some people on that side and some people on this side, and then shoot the mobs. And that's pretty much it. And we'll get to the battle here in a second, everybody. After I'm done doing this thing here, it's going to take a few minutes. We can go ahead and do that battle as well.
Let's go.
Yeah, an acquired taste. Yeah, you know, my stream is pretty mellow. I'm kicked back. We just chill out, try to bring a little joy and happiness into your day, and so on. So, pretty much a chill one. Some people, you know, they like watching like the top. I just like watching athletes, right? They want to watch people do like that top level, you know, what are those things called? Battle Royale games and things like that. So I play those every occasional. You're not going to see me play like, you know, league level League of Legends or Dota or something like that. Because that's just not my priority. I don't feel like, you know, that's my most good use of my time. I would rather play games that I really enjoy playing, that I'm good at and occasionally great. I feel like I'm like that with most things. I'm good and I'm occasionally great at it, but not all the time. I'm not great every minute, but you know, a lot of times. Oh wait, we should go shoddy. Now what I'm trying to do, everybody, is trying to tag the mobs. And tagging the mobs, lets my team get the loot. Where's all the people supposed to be shooting these guys over here? This is going off the rails already. This is fully off the rails. Now, normally we have a bunch of peeps up here who are one-shotting all these mobs, but today looks like a bit of a challenge, which is awesome. I like it when it's a bit of a challenge, but I don't like it when it's too easy, when it's just your one-shot and everything. I find it very fun. Now, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to run out there and cause the mobs to spawn somewhere else. You want them just to keep running in and running in and running in. If you're out there, then the mobs are... finish these guys off. The mobs are going to start spawning elsewhere. Or it's going to slow down the spawn. Good to be back here. Let them come to you. And then wipe them out. That. Get this guy out of my way. Now, one of the cool things I'm doing with my shotgun is I'm slowing him down. Now, my other part of my team is on the other side. They're over there killing all the mobs on that side. We're killing all the mobs on this side. And then both sides both groups will be able to loot both sides. So, great way to work together as a team. Get something started. You don't want to be out there, Dragon Overlord, unless you're going to collect the ore. You don't want to be up there in the front. You want to just let them run in. Otherwise, it causes them to spawn somewhere else. I'm like that, too. I'm okay at stuff and stick to similar things, but I also try other stuff, too. Yeah, me, too. I'm not afraid to try stuff I'm not good at. I don't mind dancing or singing, even though I'm terrible at those things. If I feel like it. Right? If I feel like dancing, I'll dance all I want. I don't answer to nobody. Man, this side is the side. Poor Tardis and M's over there. Holding back at a massive onslaught of mobs. Me and Dragon Overlord got this side. We're working it. Get him, Dragon Overlord. I'll drag him on me and you can just blast them. Now, what I'm doing with my weapon as well is notice how they're going really slow. Like that guy. They're limping around. This guy's limping around. That's because my shotgun is a high level of crippling peep. So it has like a 30% chance. But because it's a shotgun, it's hitting the mob a bunch of times. And thus, pretty regularly, it will just cause them to get slowed down. Now, of course, zombies or ghouls, biggest attack is their ability to run up on you and hit you. If they can't run up and hit you, then you win. You can just basically backtrack, and whatnot, and be just fine. So it slows them down even slower than normal. They somewhat walk slow, but sometimes they get into like a full feral run. And they're coming after you. And I'll turn around every now and again to see if there's any mobs attacking the NPCs. But most of the time, I'll just be watching this side. Just so, because also sometimes there's people who one-shot. So I try to get a hit in before they one-shot the mobs. So my team's also getting tons of loot. Well, you want to log in, Flex? Come on in, bro. I suggest you get in a group with somebody, though, so at least they're getting some of that loot as well. So go free to come and join us. We're doing Radiation Rumble. I've been going now about 4 hours. I had a bit of a chat with with my members, and then now we're doing Radiation Rumble. This is my favorite one in the game. It's really fun, a little insane battle. Get too far away from my little spot here. Now when it slows down like this is telling me someone's running around down there. Someone's running around down there whenever it slows down, because normally they just keep spawning and spawning and spawning and spawning, and that's what I love about it. I love it that it's like this epic battle of them just keep coming in and coming in. Now, one of the drawbacks of crippling them, everybody, is that... Look, there's the person doing it right there. One of the drawbacks of crippling them is the fact that they look like they're dead when they're not dead. They might be on the ground and crawling, and people assume that they're dead. You got to kill them, otherwise it'll stop the spawn. for coming in as well. So I'll slow them down, make sure everybody gets a hit or two in, whatnot, and then definitely want to wipe them out so it'll continuously spawn. Speaking of, when mobs are sitting in here like this mob is not respawning. So you want to melt these mobs down. There we go, and then we'll get them to melt. Then we'll get them to come in over here. Normally this event is popping off, everybody. Yeah, that person's out collecting ore, and that's fine. If they're collecting ore, that's awesome. If they're standing at the end there blocking the spawn, then that sucks. And it happens, you know. Again, you know, I'm not in charge of everybody. If they want to stand out there at the end, more power to you, bro. But you're just making less danger, extreme radiation. I think I've ever seen that before. Is that a sign? Where'd that come from? I don't know. I also stopped repairing these machine gun turrets so they don't get drawn to the machine gun turrets, because it used to be really hard to loot underneath there. But now, because of this one event, everybody, they've made the AoE loot. Oh, Snallygaster! Snallygaster's coming in. We got some guys over there. It's party time at the Snallygaster town. And that's it. It's GG for this event. Finish these peeps off. Now I just go into kill mode, everybody. When the event's over, I just try to wipe these peeps out. Look for any extra peeps that are hanging out around the corner. Like these guys. Come on, guys. Get up here. You too. And I'll still try to drag them back to the group. I'll tag them and then back up and try to drag them to the group. And the reason why I do that is so that they're easier to loot. They're just sitting down here doing weird stuff. But again, the reason why you want to drag them back is so everybody can get a hit on them. If you just go and kill them down the corner here, and this guy's glitched out, then not everybody's going to get the loot. But, you know, you do what you can do. And so I'll do it on that side, and then I'll run over here and see if there's any more. There's usually a bunch more at the end. No, we're good. Alright, so notice I wasn't even on this side, but there's a bunch of stuff to loot, so I can hit R, R again, and then take all. And it literally just looted everything on this side just now.
I hear caravans are starting to reach Appalachia.
It looted all in. Oh, there's one. There's always a few left over afterwards. There we go. Now you got another one to loot. Loot that. Alright. Reload while we're looting. Now what I do is I go around and I look and see if I've missed some of these, right? If I didn't loot those particular ones. And when I get to a point where I haven't looted, like right there, I try to center myself, let's say here, and then take all again, and then it's going to AoE loot that whole area. This way you don't have, whoa. This way you don't have carpal tunnel from hitting E so much like happens in this particular event. It's like you're just hitting E. It's E a tunnel. Just hitting E like crazy. Oh, look at that legendary irradiated Snallygaster there. Very nice.
I heard there's
all right, we got that. Now we're overburdened. Okay, so let's go ahead and see first if we could just scrap some stuff. And that'll help. See, look. TARDIS is in here doing that. See if we can just scrap some weapons, and that'll be enough to get us home. Which I seriously doubt, because I'm probably overweight with food and... oh, I got a Foshnot beret. Look at me, all Mr. Special and stuff. Sometimes people are like, oh my god, Kismet, that's like the rarest thing you can get. And then I'm just like selling it to the vendor. I didn't know it was rare. I was like, it's just another thing to me. I don't know. They're like, oh, you could have sold that in your camp for like 10,000 gold. Meh. It's okay. I got plenty of gold. It's okay. I'm fine. There you go. Tag him and drag him. That's what I do. That's one of my things.
Copper's always handy. Feels.
There you go. Yeah, that's fun. That's, again, whenever I see that come up, I usually drop whatever I'm doing. It doesn't matter if I'm in a daily op or some other event or whatever it is I'm doing. I just drop everything I'm doing because those come up fairly rarely. And when you see it come up, I suggest just to instantly jump. Even if you don't have your weapons ready or you're in the wrong set or whatever it is, I definitely jump over there and get it done. Ooh, creeping up on him up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my camp right out here, so I can go ahead and put some of this stuff away in the scrap box. Now watch how much weight it is. Right now I'm at 246 of 275. And if I go into my food and I just take just the food alone out of my inventory, we'll see how much of a difference it is. Oh, I got a bunch of purified water on me too. That's going to be a huge one. And then all this other stuff.
Don't come back.
There we go. So I went from like 260 to 150. So that's 110 weight just from the food, everybody. That doesn't count your legendaries and whatever else you got from that event. In this case, baseball grenades. So let's go ahead and jump back. We'll do some kind of finishing up stuff for the day. And then we'll switch over to Astroneer. Play that for a little bit. A lot of cool more stuff we're working on Astroneer. We're doing a whole bunch of quests and things like that. Definitely want to get to that today. Get that going on. Now, I also have a server that we do for Astroneer, but currently I'm just playing a solo game to play all the new content with the little wormy guys and all of that fun stuff as well. Let's go ahead and get our disease. Oh, no disease cures? Wow, really? That's very unusual for me not to have... Oh, man, I moved my stuff around. I can't find it. There it is. Very unusual for me not to have a disease cure on me. Must have used them up. Yeah, I don't have any on me. Weird. Got a couple of those on me. There we go. And let's see if it shows up. Oh, shows up in my wheel. Oh, it doesn't remember. Gonna go put it back in there again. This is one of the problems with this game, too, is that it doesn't remember. If you run out of it, or you put it in your bank for too long, and then you come back, it doesn't remember that that was a favorited thing, like it does in Fallout 4. Like, if you take something out, and then you get more of that thing, or you use all that stuff up, but you get more of it later, it'll remember that it was favorited later on. So in this case, I had disease cures in here, and it didn't remember that it was favorited. And there we go. Remove that disease. Do that out of the power armor. All right, let's do some of our crafting stuff right over here. Now, the first thing I always do is make sure my weapons are fully repaired. Oh, that one needs some love. Workbench repair. Looking good. All right. And then we've got some legendaries we need to trade in. Let's go work on that. Over here. Got all those. Again, let's grab our popcorn, our honey, and all of our random stuff here. Let's go check in on the purified water. That's how I make my money in Fallout 4 and in Fallout 76. Is that I just grab a bunch of purified water and whatnot. And then we got all that done. Let's go ahead and cook our food. So that hopefully... Oh, really? No food?
If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service.
That seems highly unlikely. Huh. Or maybe it is. Weird. Highly unlikely that I usually don't have any food whatsoever to make. That seems unusual to me, but we're going to roll with it. This is my little office in here. My little sleeping quarters. Got my flashing clock, of course, as you should. All right, I think that's good enough for today on some Fallout 76. I'm going to go ahead and do another quick break here just to check in on the family one more time here before we get knee-deep in Astroneer, because I don't want to get started on Astroneer and then all of a sudden my family's like, hey, we need help with such and such thing. So I'm going to take that break real quick. I'll be right back. Let you enjoy some of the highlights of my stream, and then we'll play some Astroneer. Let's do it. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet love train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, and AMZ. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.